Freaking hit the right button.
Wayseeker almost got his first mute of the year, but we're not in the new year yet, so I'll go with that.
How many 6 years old did you beat up this Christmas, Marco?
How many what now?
6-year-olds did you beat up this Christmas?
No. Well, no, only Thanksgiving. No, only Thanksgiving. No. That was Christmas. My niece, but I think my niece is only like, yeah, she might be 6. Dude, she's feral though. But shout out to our soccer team. We cleaned it up today, and then shout out to the United 14 and 15 boys taking out the MLS team. Good job, guys. Congratulations. So good for them. A lot of stuff. Sorry about my voice. As you know, I like to celebrate holidays. So yeah.
It's like 5
That's not all.
What's that?
Just holidays, huh?
No, yeah, I mean, I like to celebrate life in general. You're correct. I mean, like, I do like to look, man. What do you want me to say? Very happy, very jovial type dude. So I like to celebrate stuff. But I'll try to get some more cough drops in there and try to calm down the voice. We'll say hi to everybody. We got a different show today. We're going to do top 10 Star Wars things that we felt were cool this year. Mostly sales. Couple things. We did twos, and twos. So we got like 2 comics, each category's got 2. It's 2 comics, 2 Legos, 2 video games, 2 what the hell else? Cards, 2 other things, 2 vintage toys, stuff like that. So we'll run through those. We've got Pete here. Welcome back, Pete. Pete's been asking to come back on for a long time, so we figured we did. Plus, we took the week off of tax, so it's like if he doesn't see me in 7 days,
it's something's wrong.
Dom looks a lot different.
Right. Shout out, Dom. Have a good trip, Dom. Also, we're going to cover obviously the Skeleton Crew stuff and our weekend news. It'll probably still be a short one. We'll probably chat with you boys for a little bit too and see what's going on, and girls. Well, let's say hi to the chat real quickly. Man, it's Rusty. Haven't been on for a week. GTK Comics, thumbs up high. Thumbs up, GTK Comics. Ruben, are you working today? Because you got to get on here sometime. Maybe next. I don't know if you got to work during the New Year's or whatever, but Wayseeker misses you. The Dark Side Crew on Star Wars Sunday. Does it get any better? Need a laugh? Rants? Guys, I got to tell you this.
There's no Dom, so I don't know what we're going to do for rants today. We'll figure it out.
I can give you some if you want.
And I almost had to block Ruben, though, because
Marco doesn't have a voice, so we're in luck. We're good on the rants.
I almost had to block Ruben because he was doing the Advent calendar, but he was getting the pictures out before because we do Advent at night instead of during the daytime because when we do the wreath. And he kept spoiling whatever the thing in the Advent calendar. So,
oh, I see. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I got you now.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I've been playing my son, Santa Claus got my son Star Wars Lego, the video game, the Skywalker Saga. Bro, I forgot how fun that game was.
It's great.
It's fun as shit, bro.
Your son doesn't believe in Santa Claus, though, still, does he?
Yeah. Hey, shut your mouth, dude. What are you talking about?
I watched Red 1 last weekend, so I'm set on believing in Santa Claus.
We almost watched that. Dude, we got tickets to that. We got tickets to go to like the super premiere or whatever, those things that they do ahead of time. My wife's like, "Do you think it'd be good to?" I go, "Fuck no! Are you out of your shit? No. Can we take it? Die Hard? Or you want to go see Die Hard 2 while we're at it? What are you talking about?
Yeah, Die Hard 2 is an awesome movie.
I watched Die Hard 2 in the theater.
Tommy, what day is it? Oh yeah, Star Wars Sunday time. Cheers. Hey, shout out to you too, Tommy.
I think our buddy Cliff reviewed Die Hard 2 just today or the other day.
Did he?
Yeah.
The funny guy, Cliff?
The funny guy, Cliff, we had on deck.
Dude, that guy, shout out to Cliff. What's his channel? Shout out to that dude. I like that dude.
Cliff on Comics.
And by the way, he's a clown that knows a ton of shit about like everything. Yeah. So just because he gets out there and does his rants, he's not like a Dom ranter. He's like, he knows what he's talking about, man. That guy knows it, dude. He's the whip on it.
Yeah.
Shout out him. Yes, I agree.
You could watch. There's never getting canceled. We got new season coming beginning of the year.
Grand opening, grand closing. Canceling the Blue Bear in 2025. Dwayne Scott, appreciate you.
And a free comic book day comic, another one.
Sorry, John.
Did they even come out, the free comic day one? Hello, everyone. If we gets on here and talks bad about
I don't even know what your guys' opinions are on Skeleton Crew because
it's good. I haven't given anything less than I think a 9.5 at this point. Even Darth Positivity has been positive about it.
Good. We got.
I was always positive about it. I was
Wayseeker on the other hand
doesn't.
Wayseeker on the other hand, shitting everybody's Cheerios. He's the dude that drinks eggnog with no fucking booze in it. You know what I mean? Like just for the taste. Ugh, nobody does that shit. Mr. Appleman, hi everyone. Hi. Yes, we were running more than 2 minutes late. Pete is here. Yes, oh yeah.
You gotta work. Yeah. Sorry, Ruben. You need to get a new job.
Yeah. Well, when you're free.
I think he's got like a pension coming in 8 years. I don't think he's gonna change now, bro. Get him a new job. Shut up.
What more important?
2 days before retirement.
And who needs a pension?
Yeah, who needs to get paid? Hey, look, there's plenty of people on welfare and YouTube. I guess you can give up everything, a pension, to get food stamps and stay on YouTube. So there you go.
Living doing this.
Yeah, no, he's a respectable young man. He doesn't want to do this shit.
There's something in news for you, Ruben, where you might be out $7 million. So just letting you know.
Outside $1 million, you say?
$7 million.
What's that? All right. Well, whose news is it?
It's mine.
Damn,
you can still run it again. You can still run it.
All right. Yeah, Ruben not too happy that you're telling him to quit his job.
There's no Dom here. That can't be troll time.
You know what else we missed without Dom? Dom didn't post the IG about the show being on tonight, so then I couldn't like repost it.
Oh.
I always rely on Dom.
Couldn't reshare it.
I'm just hoping that Dom doesn't get stuck over in Canada and not allowed back in the States because he does something
Bro,
stupid.
If he says something dumb.
It's quite possible that Dom will never be back in the United States again.
Be banned from Canada, eh?
First time in Canada might be stuck.
No, they throw you out. They don't keep you. They kick you back across the border. Shout out them. They do a good job. The Mounties will boot you right back over. The boot you.
They'll do it in 2 languages.
That's right.
Wow, BK's coming hard.
BK.
All caps too. Not
Merry
even his
Christmas,
usual.
BK.
Not even his usual childish shit where it's half caps, half lowercase bullshit. It's all caps.
Yeah. All right.
You say that till you hear it, John. You say it till you hear his opinion on fucking Skeleton Crew.
Old Timothy Chalamet doing this.
There wasn't that much Star Wars news this week with the holidays and everything, so we don't got that much to talk about today. But the big news of the week was it looks like Sean Levy's Star Wars.
Does he not have an upper lip?
Jumped the line. We don't really know anything about this project.
It just dry. It's not humid there. It just dried and it just got stuck. You know
what the fuck is going on with that dude?
How did that jump the line though? How's this jumping the line?
He said he's leaving his fall 2025 open for the movie to enter production. So it is his schedule. He has this penciled in.
How many directors still have irons in the fire? Like, does Taika Waititi still have one in there?
No, he's gone.
What about the Game of Thrones guys? Did they still got one?
They're gone.
They're long.
The Hurt Locker.
Hey, you know who does? Hey, you know who does?
Yeah,
she have one.
You really want to know who does? Take a wild guess. Short Dave in his cowboy hat. Still got
Ryan Johnson. Yeah. Ryan Johnson. He still got his thing going.
No, he should. He still thinks he does.
I think he's still getting to this point is Dave's.
Yeah.
Dave and John. I think.
Dave and John.
The one that just got the trilogy announced. That one maybe. We'll see.
Hey, bro.
James Mangold had one too.
Mangold's I'm not still going. That. Yeah, Mangold's still going.
John, I'm just saying, like, that dude doesn't have an upper lip.
But the interesting thing about this one is this is the one we know nothing about. He has given us no information about what the movie is. Who's in it?
Hey, Voss.
He just said it's something that we haven't seen before in Star Wars. That's all he said.
That's not necessarily a good thing.
No. So,
you know what we haven't seen? Slapstick. Vaudeville.
It sounds like, dude, that's what that cheesy smile is. That's exactly what he said right before he gave that cheesy smile. Oh my god.
Hey, I said before, Taika Waititi would make a good Tag and Bink buddy and cop movie, but so would Sean Levy. So
that's true.
It's like, I really think that we need to add Fire Marshal Bill to Star Wars. That's what I need.
Maybe they're doing the troop show like as a movie. Yeah, that's what we're getting.
That'd be as a movie. That's a little rough doing it as a movie, though, don't you think?
They could do like a Tales of the Dark Side, like the anthology Creep Show. Like there's 30-minute, like 3 little 30-minute movies
From
segments
a
put
certain point
together.
of view, film.
Yeah, from a certain point of view.
Point of view, exactly.
Let me check. There you go, Dwayne. There you go. There you
It's
go.
great. To me though, it is amazing. Like we've got all the other projects have gotten like characters or like titles. This one's got nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Not a concept. Time frame? I don't know.
Hey, maybe the dude. Hey, hold on though. Do we know that's actually part of the Star Wars project? Why he's leaving fall 2025? I mean, he might.
No, he said
I
it for the Star Wars movie. He said for the Star Wars movie. So he said it.
But maybe he's doing one of the internet ones.
Who
That Dom
knows?
loves.
Maybe he's finally
Yeah.
going to write the script.
No, he's not writing the script.
I
Somebody
know.
else is writing it.
He
But-
does say.
My point
Wait,
is,
who's
it
the
keeps
somebody
getting
else?
rewritten, but, yeah.
Who's writing it?
I
Isn't it the
forget.
guy that's doing the trilogy thing, right?
No, this is somebody else.
This is
No, it's
Wait,
not.
which product? I'm almost like Pete now. Which product is this supposed to be again?
I know there's
don't
so
know.
many of them.
No. Which No, seriously. Which
don't
product
know.
is
That's
The rumor is it's Ray. It's Ray. It's involved in this somehow, but nobody knows.
Oh yeah. That shit ain't happening. All right.
Nobody
yeah,
knows. This is not the Ray movie that.
This is the one that Dom said was going to get done first, right?
No. Well, this one.
I think
No,
the
he
Ray
wants
thing- I
Mando.
think the Ray
Dom
thing's
was
the
Mando
trilogy.
first, I think.
No,
Yeah,
he wanted.
Mangold
He said
first
Ray
was
was
that.
no. Dom said Ray was gonna get first because they've been pushing the agenda to always.
But
bring
that
it
was a
back.
different Ray movie. This is this
Oh.
is a completely different Ray movie, supposedly. But nobody
Wait,
has
how many fucking Ray movies are there?
3.
The fuck.
Well, but who knows?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we
Like,
get the story of how
oh.
she goes from being a Jedi to a breakdancer.
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll be like figuring out Pepe Silva's mail here in a minute.
All right.
I'm going with John's ray gun comment. She's gonna be a breakdancer for Australia.
What are you talking about? I don't know the
Doesn't
reference.
matter. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
trying to-
Bad reference.
John knows what I'm talking about. He's the one who made the reference.
Ray
Follow it.
Skywalker Strikes Back.
But so Dom was up in arms this week, all excited like a little kid on Christmas because he read some whack internet person because there's no Star Wars news this week came out and said that Mando season 4 was still a possibility. Sorry, Dom. That's not going to happen. There's no way that Mando season 4 is going to happen unless the movie bombs. If the movie does well, they'll do another
That makes
movie.
no sense.
Yeah, they're not going back to TV.
They're not going back to TV if the movie does well. So, I mean, the
so
person
we're
he
just
got
saying
it
that I'm
from-
right again. I
he
don't
got it from
understand.
he got it from RPK, which is like the worst person
Oh.
ever for
I
everything.
don't know if that status holds true for like a cinematic universe type thing. I don't think that holds true necessarily.
Do you think they go
Yeah,
back?
they like.
Well, yeah, they Marvel. How many times does Marvel cross between TV and movie with characters?
Yeah, they can do it. They can go back and forth.
Not
Yeah,
for like
I
the
mean-
same.
I don't know what the check
don't
for
know.
the.
Well,
No,
think
here's.
about-
Hold on. Here's the problem though. The checks are going to be pretty hefty. Like it's.
Well,
gonna
the
be
thing
very
is, they
expensive.
probably won't have to do money with the checks. Because think about it, you could probably do most of the Mando show without Pedro.
Okay,
Like you can just
fine.
have somebody else
Yeah.
stand there, just do his voiceover later.
Pedro's,
You can-
Pedro's
Well,
got all
two
kinds of
weeks
work. He
doing
doesn't
voices.
need- yeah, Pedro. He's got other TV shows and stuff he's doing. He
Yeah,
doesn't need
Pedro
That's what
can
I'm
still
telling
get a check, and they can do it a
Yeah.
little bit cheaper with just somebody else running around
Yeah.
in the costume.
Yeah, maybe.
But Dom got a really poor rumor that he's all excited about. So I was,
But also too, like when.
So you're
Well,
throwing Dom. even though
Hold
he's
on,
not-
hold on
Yeah.
though. Doesn't Dom only like 1 out of the 3 seasons of Mando anyways? So what's the
he likes season 2. That's the one he likes.
That's it. He
The
doesn't
worst
like
season.
1. Yeah.
And one.
The worst
One. He
season.
doesn't like
Which
three.
Which one was season 2?
Season 2 is the random one where they had spiders and they were in the
doesn't like season
Oh,
three.
the ice spiders and the
20
frog
minutes
lady.
of one episode.
yeah, and the frog
Yeah,
person
Frog
eating
Lady
frog
and
fucking
Luke
shit.
came in, and
Yeah,
he only likes
Indiana
to be
Mando.
Boba Fett. The only reason he wants Mando season 4
Yeah,
is
Pete's here.
baby Boba Fett's coming in there. So that's it. We all know it. He hates Mando because Mando should be what Boba Fett is, but whatever.
Yeah,
So that one's probably not happening. But on another note, Skeleton Crew doesn't look good for another season. The viewership numbers are finally starting to trickle in, and it is significantly lower than Acolyte at the Acolyte's end of the season. At the beginning,
Do you think
With-
this is going to be the
with the 150 million budget, it isn't nearly like the 220, but 150 million is a lot, even
lot.
for Skeleton
Yeah.
Crew.
that's 20. That's almost 20 episode. There's 8, right? 8 episodes, so it's pretty close to 20.
I don't know that they. This is one show where I don't know that they want another season 2. I know
Yeah.
that the director talked a little bit about it, but he basically said like how he would do it. He was talking basically how it would be done because of the kids' ages. He didn't necessarily said like, listen, this is all the stuff we want to. It wasn't like Acolyte where they were like, this is all the stuff we want to do when we come back with a season 2.
Yeah, right.
So
I always thought this was intended for 1 season.
yeah,
It
I
kind of
don't-
feels that way, and like even if they follow it up, they don't necessarily need the same cast. They could do it years later.
But
if
do
they
you
want to
remember-
include the kids, or maybe just spin off Jude Law to do his thing, or
Am I wrong? Because I don't follow this shit nearly as much as you guys do. Because fuck, you apparently have enough time to do that. But didn't Andor start off super slow too? And then the hype of people saying, "Oh, this is actually
It's starting off even slower than that. Like this is
Andor started off real slow.
And it started off slow viewership wise, but like there's talk that this might even not even in the top 10, but not even in the top 15, which is not great. But it's also too, I think a part of it too is the age that's captured. I mean, there's still people out there. Like every poll I saw before this started, like, asking if you're going to watch this thing, like out of the people that watched it, the vast majority like it. But the problem is on a poll, like, are you going to watch this thing? Like 70% still responded no. And it wasn't all just because of like, well, but a lot of it was because like, it looks like a kid's series. I want to be part of it.
Yeah, it's like Jedi. Jedi's not watching it. He just doesn't think it's for him, so he's not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Right or wrong. I mean,
the sad part is it actually is for guys like Jedi.
It is.
Like that's the weird part. Yeah.
I think the $150 million budget, that's the thing that they missed on for this one. That's a big budget.
That's a chunk of money. That's a movie they could have put in the theaters.
Somebody that's only got one main like actor. That's a lot of dough.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't even think that's an actor that draws in the Star Wars crowds. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I mean he couldn't even. Not he killed, but I mean, couldn't even keep the Harry Potter universe going.
But
they're like,
also,
no more young Dumbledore. Forget Beast. We don't care.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But also, too, if you look at the timing of the release during the holiday season, not exactly like
they miscalculated. I think they just thought, do it.
Is this I was going to ask before I asked about Andor. Is this the Han Solo story of the fucking Star Wars TV universe? They put out an actual pretty good product.
Unfairly blamed, yeah.
They put out a pretty good fucking product. They mismanaged the way they were going to drop this. They like marketing wise because they were timid because of all the negative effects that they had on it.
Feel like you might
and they put it during a shit ass time. They shouldn't have put it during Christmas.
You might be overvaluing Han Solo a little bit. Oh, you're by yourself? Your name's Solo.
Yeah, I mean, they had corny shit in it, but all Star Wars.
I think you're right. I mean, the fact that they held it for a year.
Hold on. Before Pete does that dumb shit, name one Star Wars movie, including in the original trilogy, that didn't have some dumb shit in it.
Oh, I know.
Go ahead, Wayseeker.
The fact they held this thing for a year just to bring it out at Christmas seems really stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that seems like
I think they were kind of like kids being home was going to help. I think that's what they were thinking.
Yeah. And also, too, I think they were scheduling around other things like Marvel and.
So drop it during the Christmas holiday and when Sonic's fucking coming into movie theater.
Every kid's maybe you have what? Yeah, you have Moana 2. Like, you got Mufasa, you got Sonic. There's just so much competing.
You got that fucking Wicked thing. You got there's no way.
I've said it before.
Did you just say Mufasa? No kid watched that horse shit.
Oh my god,
Mufasa. That did better than
my
Sonic.
son wants to see it, but that thing tanked hard.
Dude, no, that thing's terrible. Sonic was fucking crazy good. Spoiler alert. Check out the tech show on Wednesday.
Sonic wasn't even the best movie this month, box office wise.
I don't give a shit. It was the best one I saw. It was good, man. It was really
I think I don't think Disney, and to a degree, even Lucasfilms is wanting a season 2 of any of this stuff at this point. I think the only people getting it, and I said it with Acolyte, the only people getting a season 2 is Dave, who can give himself a season 2.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah, agreed.
I don't think anybody else.
Part of that, you don't want to build an ongoing series where you have like this many cast members. Like that's just too many. It's too many people to keep happy, and it's not sustainable. It's just you're gonna get a situation where all of a sudden you got Stranger Things and like. These kids look like they're 20 years old. Figure something out.
But this is why I kind of
this guy's balding now. I don't know what to tell you. They're 14.
Yeah, they got braces and stuff. Yeah, this is what I was kind of talking about. Is like, I think this is going to hit like kind of gradually on after this. Like people, I talked to somebody this holiday about this, and they said, "Oh man, I was pissed I started watching it," and I was lying. And they said this show is 100% a binge show. They're like,
I did that. That's what I did last night. Coming because I knew I was going to be trying to hop on today. I was like, you know what? I better catch up on Skeleton Crew because I've been waiting forever for my wife and my son to be on board to watch it, and they never want to sit down to watch it. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm sitting down.
My wife got me doing it.
I was watching. My wife was reading, and I was like, she kept looking up and following half along, but I binged.
I think it would have been smart if they would have just dropped the whole thing.
I have a feeling that when people start like getting sick and shit here in the wintertime, because whatever, that's what they do, and they have to sit at home and they got to find something, they're going to turn this fucker on. Be like, shit, I guess I'll watch it now, binge it, and then it'll be.
I think if they drop the whole, I think they're afraid to drop the whole thing on like a live action series though, because then that breaks their kind of model.
Yeah.
Where
that's
they
stupid.
don't want to do that, but I'm not saying it's the right thing. I'm just saying
they want the figures of these things. Like the figures are. What are the figures going to be? The fucking besides Neil.
Kid, everybody's got figures. Kids.
I mean,
I don't know if I want.
Maybe they want the owl.
You need an Urkel Gunther figure.
Like shout out, Zaggy. We agree.
Yeah. No,
I'm getting back.
The Urkel figure. No, that was the thing the person said. Who the fuck was it, man? It had to be one of my cousins or one of my brothers. And they're like, man, that fucking Urkel character sucks. And my wife goes, wait, Urkel isn't it? I go, holy shit. Dude,
well, I think Urkel, I don't want to jump ahead because we didn't get to the episode.
You can talk about Urkel all you want.
I don't think Urkel makes
Urkel's in the review. Urkel's in the review.
I hope Urkel's done. We all.
I think that's all we got for Urkel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why Don was worried about the bounty hunter because I didn't think she was with them.
She
was
worried.
Oh, we can talk about that weirdness later. We don't bring that out yet. Don't bring that out yet. We'll talk about that later.
I'm not doing the work.
All right. We got more news on the Acolyte from Manny this week.
I thought we were going to talk about the Good Place.
he said it was sketched to be 3 seasons originally.
Shut the fuck up! No way!
What do you mean no way? They probably that plan.
What do you think?
Everybody in Leslie Headland's mind, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, just like No Lip dudes talking about how he's got a movie
like
coming out.
Taika Waititi had that movie all planned out.
Yeah, BK did hurt my heart a little bit.
Yeah, I don't buy this either. I don't buy it, but I don't know why he is so stuck on trying to get the Acolyte renewed because he is all in on the Acolyte. He can get other work.
He got to be the bad guy. He got to look like a badass. He's like, I got
other work.
No, hey, he got to, not just a bad guy. He's not just a bad guy. He got to be a cool character. His character was fucking cool.
He's got better odds being in another Top Gun for 5 seconds than he does in the Acolyte anymore.
No, but I mean, maybe he's gonna get a spin-off. His character, I bet you if they took that character. If they did that character and did a spinoff and not use Hadley, whatever, big glasses lady.
But now you can't. He's tied in perpetuity, at least, into that.
No, he's not.
Well, yeah. How are you going to
prequel?
How are you going to separate him from May and all that without explaining
prequel backstory because they do it all the time in Star Wars.
Backstory.
Always doing prequel backstory.
Anyway,
it's the
you kill the character off screen. What happened to May? I don't know.
Just go in the future. Yeah. Skip ahead.
Yeah. The ending, the singing in the ending just fucking
singing.
The whole power of power of many or whatever.
We were shifting.
Dude. He fucking no shit. He wants to keep going. He had a cool part. Like you could shit on parts of Acolyte, no doubt. But the one part you can't shit on is this dude wanted to be a fucking cool character because that shit was cool, man. His helmet's cool as fuck. Say what you want. That helmet was cool as shit. He was fucking cool. You kind of knew he was
the last 2 episodes, but the last 2 episodes with him didn't make any sense.
That's
your mind. It's not going to work at all. Apparently.
He's wasting his time trying to do all these things about trying to get the Acolyte back. Just like I know.
Yeah, Darth Peak around the corner was kind of stupid. Yeah.
You didn't like the Magneto helmet that he had?
The helmet was fine. To me, he should have been killed right after Soul died in Acolyte, and that would have been like his story.
I'm not saying. Hold on, can we address this? I'm not saying I wouldn't watch 3 seasons. But I wouldn't want the 3 seasons to be like season 1. I don't want that. Like I said, there's a lot of bad mistakes made. I think it was episode 3 was okay. I'll let that one slide. First one, shame on me. Second one, shame on you. Third one, I'm a fucking retard. Oh, wait, you can't say that. I'm an idiot. But here we go. The first one, I get it. You wanted to do the whole thing and just stop everything so you could do a dance moment with, people doing whatever. Okay. Not great, slow down the pace and everything else. But the rest of it was still pretty good. This character was pretty good. The May character wasn't bad either. The twin thing. And that Jedi fight scene where they were effing people up left and right. Really solid, dude. Really solid shit. But we didn't even come close to sticking the landing. We were flying the jet. We're elevating at 2,000 feet, and then all of a sudden that bitch just fell the fuck out of the sky. It fell. We didn't even come down for landing. There was no shot of us landing that bitch.
Well, it's when they tried to explain what happened in the fire and all that stuff.
And the fire shit, and then the fucking peekaboo fucking bad guy, or whatever the fuck he said.
Well, that's the problem when you build up a mystery that you got to reveal later. Half the time you're going to let people down by the time you get to it.
Yeah,
it was a horrible story.
Just tell the shit in order.
Writing.
Yeah,
I'm trying to Tarantino the shit. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I see. This is but that's the problem. Like I wouldn't want. I want more of the good stuff, more of the being the Jedi, more of the
Don't start doing that. Because now you're gonna start sounding like Dom. I just want good stuff.
No. I just want good writing. No,
that's not want good stuff.
Hold
quality.
Slow the fuck down. That's not what I'm saying. More of the good stuff that was in the show. There was 65% good shit.
You can say that about every show.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
You can't say that about.
No, you cannot. Shout out Resistance.
There was cool. Okay, there was cool stuff in Book of Boba Fett, right? Like I would like more Cobb Vanth.
No, man, they had fucking BK skipping.
Cobb Vanth, but at the same time,
okay,
that was like one of the few good things.
Hold on.
Boba Fett.
Okay. Hold on. Hold the fuck on.
Let's not go back to Book of Boba Fett.
One thing. This is what we're gonna say. You're telling me a show that had maybe 12% good shit, i.e., Cobb Vanth and seeing a fucking Jabba or a Hut. What the rest of that, 90% of that show was pure shit, pure unadulterated shit. That's not on the same level where you had a show that got up into the sky, was flying pretty good, and then they're like, "Fuck it, we forgot to put in gas," and just fucking crashed. Like, there's a difference.
You gave it like a 7.5 or an 8,
huh?
You did early on.
Yeah,
so,
there was a 7.5, 8.
You loved it, but you thought it was good.
What's that?
Better than I think Skeleton Crew is.
Yeah, no, there was some. Let's not lie about it. There was
that's what JJ was so mad with all the flashbacks. What the hell? We're watching 80% flashbacks. You're like,
oh no, and Boba Fett. Boba Fett. I like that we saw BK, but if you go back and watch that, I'm like, they did make that motherfucker skip. I'm worried. And then all of a sudden they came out with the speeder bike crew, and I was like, oh, this is fucking. Oh yeah, this is the shark, dude. It jumped that shit.
Stanza on the goddamn
fucking chase.
Oh, yeah, and then remember they fucking Cad Bane were like, cool, Cad Bane might show up, and then they gave us whatever that fucking blue alien dude was not Cad Bane, but he got 6 hearts somehow. They left that fucking on the cutting room floor too.
The end. That's how we know. That's all we got. We got to get Charles Soule interview this week, talking about his upcoming Kylo Ren comic, Legacy of Vader. He's excited because he said Kylo's story has lots of inconsistencies. It doesn't always make sense. So he's excited to try to make sense out of the pieces that don't make sense. Can you do that? Can you do that?
This is not true. Can you what?
He can try, but it won't work.
I mean, at least he's honest about it. At least he's honest about Kylo's story being inconsistent.
Doesn't he have some of those bits of story that's inconsistent?
Hold on. Like, can we talk about the biggest? So, like, if you looked at some of the other stuff that was early on, I don't think it was. I don't think there was an inconsistency with what he was doing with Luke and he got mad and tried to do that. I think there's 2 parts, and Dom isn't here, but he would go crazy because of this, because I'm going to say it. But I do think that you had to do a little bit more, which he tried to do with the Knight of Ren tie-in, but he needs to do a little bit more exploitation there. And then the other part that you have to do is, and I see him in this picture, but what the fuck's a snook? And it ain't some broad on Jersey Shore that Pete used to hit on. What the fuck's a snook?
First of all, that's a Snoke. Second of all, I'm more concerned with the pooping panel.
I like Smokey, Snook, whatever.
He's taking a dump in the top corner.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is they've never cleared out what the fuck that bullshit or what it is or who or how.
Yeah, they did. It's a failed clone of Palpatine.
Yeah, he's just a
kind of. Oh no, that's what we say it is.
No, that's what they say it is.
That's what they kind of did too. With
They kind of did, but they didn't. No, but what I'm saying is like we don't get
half-grown Snokes. They went through the whole. Hey, they
no. They showed it.
They
They showed it in the background. I get that. I get how they. What I'm saying is like
Ollie's stocked with
just
Snokes if you need
having
them.
some fucking tube in a fucking TV show that looks like a half-grown fucking Snoke.
I mean, the movie. They still
or whatever in the fucking movie having that. Whatever, what the fuck ever it was.
The movie that was
like
right after the movie was Snoke.
But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is.
is.
What I'm saying is they never explained it. Like, okay, it's a failed thing, but like, how did the failed emperor turn into like how is it a snook? Like, they've never fucking explained that. Like,
and how does he rise to power? Like, why is he
right? Thank you.
Wait, just
you're saving here because all I keep saying is
Marco, like, can we tackle the inconsistencies of Kylo Ren? And then Marco goes on about the inconsistencies of Snook.
No. Hold on. Now, I think he's talking about. I'm sorry. I don't think when Charles is saying this, he is talking about specifically and solely the only vision of the character Kylo Ren. I think he's talking about the Kylo Ren story arc, which includes a lot of weird shit in it, right? Like that's what I think he's saying is not. I don't think he's like, oh yeah, all of a sudden we cast somebody so he could take his shirt off, and we thought girls would show up to the fucking movie theater, like. I think he's talking about like the whole.
That was girls when he walked around with no shirt on.
I think there's anytime you involve several writers in a character's story, there's several inconsistencies, right? Because it just works. There's even we'll get to it when Skeleton. There's an inconsistency in Skeleton from last episode to this one.
Yeah,
so
I'll get just that right.
Every character's story is going to have inconsistencies.
So which writer decided he needed to dress like Paul Atreides from Dune? Because that's what I'm seeing too with all the wrappings.
Yeah, like that's my point. Like, how
that's Will Snyder's fucking artwork. So,
but how is Charles Soule, who is already one
of
those
what
writers,
he looked like, even in the movie, he's wrapped up for some
reason. Gonna go back and fix this? I don't really have much faith in that. But
hold on. Let me just address this. I understand you're going to say these 6 words or whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words. But here's the deal. That doesn't fucking explain it. I need fucking 3 pages saying that he's an altered clone of the Emperor. Like, what the fuck?
Why don't you pull up the official Star Wars databank and see what it says?
3 pages is not enough for that, Marco.
Dude, yeah, you got to give us like, hey, they tried these, they failed. This is like half put together, like a Boolean experiment or some shit like that. And then somehow they injected him with the dark side power, and then he's actually being possessed by the Emperor somehow, but not really because he's been trained. So he's technically, if he was trained by the Emperor, that means rule 2, he was actually the sacrificial fucking person for that shit. I mean, like, you just got to do that. Like, you can't just say like,
there's a lot of.
Yeah, that's like a Dom
There's a lot of big words. If you look at Wikipedia, there's a lot of.
Where's salad logo? Somebody pull up the word.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it at all. But Snook, I mean, like, I think you got to give like the whole. I mean, they were like, yeah, he found him one day or talked to him in a dream. Like, that was weird as shit too. Like, but was that the Emperor? Like, they never explained that.
Him in person. That was Charles Soule.
Yeah, no, he talked to him he talked to him in a dream. Somebody talked to him in a dream first. We are not clear who that is. It might be Snook. It might be the Emperor. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to flush out that story.
The same thing.
No, they're not. Apparently not. Apparently, he's just a failed clone.
We don't have a clue. I think that's what he means. We don't have a clue, and I think Charles Soule realized it.
Yeah,
but I think John has the point. I don't care. Who gives a shit?
I don't want that story at all. I don't want that.
I actually don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't give a shit about Kylo Ren either. To be honest with you, like, I'll do Ray. You can do some stuff with. Does anybody good point? Thank you, John, for bringing us back to that.
He's the last of the Skywalkers. They kill off the Skywalkers.
Nobody will miss him.
Rey's not a Skywalker. No much as they want to make Skywalker. She's not a Skywalker. So I mean, I feel like
thank you, Ruben. Way to say the same thing you just said 2 minutes ago.
With Kylo, so you got to try to find a way to redeem the Skywalker story.
Why? I don't want to go back to that. We've said it a million times. I don't want to go back to the Skywalker story. Why do I want a way to redeem him? I don't care. Because he's already got redeemed. His redemption was saving Rey's life. That was the whole point of that scene.
Stuff with Luke. I don't know. I want to find a way to.
Yeah, I don't understand.
He's a whiny baby, like all the other Skywalkers were when they were coming into power.
Agree. Yep. But my question though is, who wants this?
Nobody. I don't care about Kylo Ren.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to get back. You guys keep going into it, but I'm trying to get back into
not
what
a
John
Skywalker.
said.
She's not a Skywalker. You can't just
Nobody
be a
cares about him, but
Skywalker
nobody cares
because
about-
you makes no sense.
Why? You can't take the name Skywalker? Like they didn't
You can
steal
do
that
that.
from the chiss?
Well, you're not allowed to fucking do that. They got laws against that shit because here you can name
Yeah,
yourself
they do.
whatever the fuck
Remember,
you want.
you get arrested trying to go through
I
TSA.
prefer the Robot Chicken episode where she took the name Skywalker and then threw Aunt Brew and Uncle Owen's skeletons in the dumpster.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's all we need is Ruben defending this fucking shit. He's like, oh no, I've been waiting for this my whole. Hey, Ruben, if we give you fucking the backstory of Kylo fucking Ren, can we just have enough of that fucking enough of it after that? Or you just be like, all right, you're satisfied? I mean, what are you gonna get on? Like, what's your fucking take gonna be? You'll be next thing you know, you're gonna be defending Resistance after that.
Oh, he will be. This is for Sticks. Speaking of Resistance, Sticks is the only person I know that actually still plays Fortnite. But you know, whatever. Sticks for you.
I got a samurai Darth right here for
Get
you.
your samurai Darth Vader and your samurai Stormtrooper because we need samurai Stormtroopers now available in Fortnite. So, hey,
Yeah, why not?
who plays
Everything
this
else
game?
in
Who plays Fortnite anymore?
Sticks.
Lots
Sticks.
of people probably Sticks.
He goes, yes, Fortnite.
12-year-olds.
See?
What the fuck? I'm surrounded by morons.
Sticks
Bless
is,
you.
Sticks is the only Resistance fan I know and the only Fortnite fan I know. So
Only 96-year-old playing fucking Fortnite. Jesus.
beating Dan the Man's kids.
I don't think he is. I think Dan the Man's kid came up there and beat the shit out of him. So no, I don't think that's true.
I just see Sticks talking on Fortnite with a bunch of explaining to them how Doctor 2 worked and all the Doctor 2 Star
I
Wars
mean,
connections.
I get it, but I don't think your 8-year-old kids are watching this show. I actually know they're not because we look at the analytics, and the youngest person we get is Zaggy. Yeah, no.
Does Zaggy even watch?
Do you
this
think
shit?
8-year-olds want
Yeah,
to
he's just
samurai Darth Vader though? Like, come on now.
What?
I think 8-year-olds want all the content on Fortnite ever. I don't think they care.
Oh no, yeah, that's a big thing. That's a. I'll tell you this. Playing the Star Wars game with my son, they just don't give a shit. They just want to get all the things, like unlock all the things.
That's the point of all video games in reality is
Yeah,
to get as much crap as you possibly can.
BK's not wrong.
Jesus. Fuck. I hate you, BK. I really fucking hate you at this point. I really do.
We're pretty close to Bellworthy.
That's what I'm about to give him. Way to dom it,
Ring the
Pete.
bell!
Hey, you're taking forever to hit the goddamn thing.
I hate StreamYard. I fucking hate StreamYard. Big surprise.
All right, we got 2 Christmas cards. I want to see which one you like better. This is the official Lucas film.
Dude, I actually almost bought a bunch of cards like this that was similar in Macy's, like 70% off before Christmas. So I like this. I like this natural art style and like using like it looks like they're using ink. It's just X-wings in the background
Or whatever. Yeah. You got Yoda on the fountain. So that's the official Lucasfilm Christmas card for the year.
They don't send it out anymore though, right?
No, it's
digital
just
now?
digital. What?
So stupid.
Why is he sitting in a fountain so we can all taste his feet? Like, what is he in the
Is it a
water?
statue or is it Yoda? It looks like it's a statue.
Is it a statue?
I
It's
thought it was
supposed
a
to be
fountain. Frozen
Yeah,
fountain.
it's water coming out of his bunghole.
Just what we needed.
You got Takodana for the ILM, Industrial Light and Magic.
See, if they actually made that as a real card and it was weathered, I'd fucking like it better. But if it's digital, like, no offense, I just don't give a shit.
That's a cool card though, and I like the Tatooine airmail, and you got all the,
Wait, is this the spa we just went to in the last episode?
I think it's Booster. Yeah. Is that Mustafar?
That's a Takodana.
Oh, it looks like Vader's castle on that snowy where the pirate.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
treasure
It's
is.
Maz's. So
Yeah, it's Maz's.
It's Maz's castle.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's all snowy.
yeah, I like this one. I think this one's pretty cool. I wish they would come out with these again because I think it's a shame they're only digital, but whatever.
We're joking. We were joking there. Thank you, Ruben.
That's why I can't have Ruben on the show.
Fucking,
Just playing around.
we knew he wasn't pissing water off his butthole. Thank you.
All right, we got the last story of the day. This is a local story for me. This is a Denver man. He is selling his $7+ million Star Wars toy collection. He started this thing when he was
Still around.
19. He's now almost 50. He's ready to retire. It is going to be selling via Hake's auction house. This was in his house. He sold his house, so he figured he didn't want to move all his toys, so he's selling them too. So what do we think here? He's got some of the highest graded toys on the
Holy
market.
hell.
So
Yeah.
you got the
Hope he
you got
makes
the
money, I guess.
Obi-Wan, the rare Obi-Wan figure. He's got the telescope one. He's got them all.
He's gonna be doing all right.
Gonna be doing all right. This is Ruben. Ruben's gonna be coming to Denver to pick up his $7 million collection. He started at 19, and 30 years he's been able to pick these things up. So man, I know. I wish I could find out where he lived and just go down there and see his collection before it all goes away.
30 years.
No, it's not.
That's what he should do. He should charge like without.
Realize
like,
he just
charging.
started before they did the re-releases.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like mid-90s.
So if you're looking for some toys, he said a couple of these he expects to go for almost $1 million individually.
Go back real quickly. Go back. Oh, yeah, but here's half the problem with it. He's going to have to fucking... Nobody wants a custom fucking house with this horse shit in it.
He already sold the house.
He sold the house. Now
Oh,
he's got
did he?
some
Yeah.
toys.
Yeah. What I'm saying is he's got to repair... He's probably... It probably sold, but he's probably got to do a
Just
couple of repairs
shelves.
before it goes. That's
Yeah,
not shelving.
take shelves
That's
down.
inlay. That's
Shelves.
inlay. That's inlay, dude. Yeah, but who the fuck?
Yeah,
wants
but that's
to
not
buy
hard to knock out. Shit, it's
Not necessarily.
Bro.
like
just
one
shelves.
wall.
No, because look at the next one. Turn to the next one. He inlaid this glass casing too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
this
don't
is
know
all
that.
inlaid.
It could be a build out.
No, you can see it because we're the top, bro. Believe me.
But
When I'm
somebody
telling
already
you
bought the
something,
house,
just
so it doesn't.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just
Somebody
bought
already
it.
I
bought
mean,
it.
it's a $7 million collection. You think the house has got to be worth?
Yeah, the house is
Pretty
probably
pity.
like a $20 million.
No, you'd be
house.
surprised sometimes, man. Where you find stuff.
Hey, all
It's
I'm
not-
seeing is like a 50. He's got like a 50-yard long goddamn basement alley. Like the house is probably big enough. He made enough. It doesn't matter. Like,
I don't-
they give
was
a
it
shit.
It's
50?
all right.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's
Him
stone
and the
floors,
buyer
man.
are probably not
Actually,
hurting for money.
The buyer
and
of
they
the
don't
house
give a
is probably
shit
gonna be like,
what
"What?
you
What do you mean
found.
didn't have all those toys? Didn't come with
He's
it?"
like, he didn't come. Yeah, that's what happened. The buyer of the house is like, wait, I thought all the fucking toys were gonna be there,
Yeah,
bro.
the buyer of the house is not going to be the guy gutting the basement to take out the.
He's
shit.
like, hey, the buyer of the house is like,
It's-
hey, it was all inlay. Doesn't that count? It was in the house. Fuck. All right.
It's
that's
actually
up.
sticks, and he's got 40 years.
Ruben.
of
No.
toys.
It's Ruben bought the house. Ruben bought the house for $250,000. Was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you
dude,
know the house
steal.
wasn't bought by a GI Joe
Steal for
collector?
all that.
They're just going to use all the shelves to put all their GI Joe shit everywhere
yeah.
down there.
Might be. That is the week in Star Wars.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah.
It is. It's outside. Wait, this house is outside.
By drive zone.
I don't
I
think
don't
he
know.
drives. I don't even think he has a car. He doesn't have. Do you think they give this man
So
a
20
license?
miles?
Look at him real quickly. You tell me they're gonna give somebody that looks like that a driver's license? No shot, bro. No shot.
What do you even mean?
He goes into the DMV. They're like, "Sorry, sir. The wait's gonna be 20 years. That's it. You're number 6,332,000. Good luck with that. No,
Oh
sir.
man, that's great.
You're not getting it. All right. Let's get into a little bit of yeah, he also can't touch the pedals.
That's
Yeah, Pete,
partially
how do
true.
you drive? Wood blocks?
Ha ha ha! Very funny, motherfucker.
So we got another Battle of Jakku. It just keeps going on. Pregnant Leia, everything's good. Starting off of a set. I don't know. I'm still in on this stuff. Probably not.
How is this? Because I'll tell you, I'm going to be 100% honest. I finally sat something out. I'm like, you know what? I don't give a shit.
It's good. This is a really good
Yeah,
series.
it's good.
I'll
It's
figure
good.
I'll read it later. Like that's. I'm just. You know what? I'm
It's
not
gonna be
going
one
over
trade
it.
paperback for all 12. They'll come
That's
out.
what I'm
big
looking for.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about it too. Like each one, even on its weaker stances, it's better than 90% of the comic books that get written. So like it's still very readable. They don't overdo the stuff. The art is funky as shit sometimes though. Like there's the one series where the eyes were all dead. Like they were just baby eyes. It was kind of crazy. But if you can get past If you can get past all that type of stuff, which you can because it's modern comics.
Is this what? This looks like a Noto and a Gist? Maybe.
Or maybe. I didn't really know what
that 1 in 25 is just the.
Yeah, 1 in 25. I can't tell who that is.
125 sucks.
It's horrible, but
yeah.
It's actually, it was fine. It wasn't great, but it was fine.
So like to sell like I take these as a whole so far of what they've given us because they give us one every week, and with the other 4, well, they're not giving us one next week, but like for every set, there's like one book that's just okay. This was the okay mid-range, but as a whole collection, it's pretty strong overall. I mean, I'm not saying it's that Darth Vader Gillian run, but like it's pretty strong. They do some very good stuff in it. We've given high reviews to the last 2 series, and this one, although starts off a little bit wonkier than I wanted to, but I mean, you're dealing with pregnant Leia, so what the fuck do you want? It's still good. Like, it's readable, which is not, you can't say that about all Star Wars at this current state. So
Han is an idiot. He just like never around when Leia's pregnant though. Like I don't understand like why they can't like have a moment where Han and Leia are together. Why Star Wars has to separate them at every time.
That relationship didn't work out.
At some point, but it could be they could be together.
Did they kind of leave that in the air though? Did it not work out?
Yeah, it said, like when they met up at the movie, it was like they were apart for.
But that was after their son went to the dark side and it tore them apart. Like they should be together now. I don't. That part I don't understand.
Yeah, but I mean, in that novel, that one novel that was really good that they wrote, was it Gray that did it?
Yeah.
Where she was. I mean, that was very good, but it kind of explained how he is a dude. Like she was very work driven, and he was very him driven, like fucking around and finding out, and like.
Well, if they were together, what are you gonna do with Chewie? He's gonna be like Sheldon. He's just gonna be hanging around all the time. They're just gonna have to spend a couple of days at their sleep here, and then
it could be like C-3PO, who was like stuck in and they were having sex together in that one book.
I'm just gonna hang out in this dark.
Just hanging out on the side, hang out in the room, watching
R2D2 too. Hang out and watch you guys sleep.
Yeah, I mean, like I get it. So they kind of
he's got a red arm.
So they kind of play on that, and like every time, and you'll see it probably in this book too, because there's a big surprise. There's an attack on Leia, but like Han comes back in when he needs to be home, and then I think like with the kid,
is Tom sitting around next to you?
Oh Jesus,
that's where Tom went this week.
That's where Tom went.
Yeah, Venom. I think we kind of are on the most part, but
I'm absolutely tired of it.
These little small jaunt stories. Because these books don't really like the Skywalkers are part of it, but the Skywalkers are like 4 pages out of like the whole book.
You get Aberhard, whatever guy's name is.
Yeah, you get like
those are bigger parts.
You get like the fake boss guy. Like
definitely with John here, where he's like, I really hope Luke and Han and Leia and Chewie don't die in this last stand.
Yeah, well,
fair.
Really high. I wonder if they make it out.
There's only so much you can do, but I mean, they kind of have to be in the story at some point. You can't like completely leave them out in this big battle that we know that we're involved in because they're in canon. So yeah, they're not a big part of it.
You also get Thrawn. Yeah, I mean, like you get a small Thrawn sighting. You get some characters that you know, like they have a pop up of a bunch of characters that you know. And they don't play a big part in it. Like Vader shows up too. Like, they just show up because they should be there, right? They probably do this.
Why should they be there? It's a big universe. Shit can happen when they're not around.
No, I get it, but that's
else.
not. But the shit where this shit going on right here.
The whole rebellion. There's only these 5 people. We can't.
No, I know. I understand.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Who's going to lead this mission?
But that's what I'm saying. In these stories, more focus around the other people. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, we have to go tell Organa, like, hey, can we borrow a ship? And she's like, yeah, borrow a ship. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit. Remember when Thrawn said this? Oh yeah, he said it. You know what I mean? It's not like they're giving one fucking.
Maybe Admiral Akbar's wife is pregnant at home, and I want to know what's going on with that. I mean,
really? That's what you want to go? Get the fuck out of here. Hey, you know what that was? That was called the Spark Eternal. That's what that's called. Okay, we definitely don't want that shit.
Wait, before we move on, can we not all agree Rogue One was good, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
That didn't involve any of these guys didn't have to be involved in that story. That was a big deal, a big mission that they had to pull off, and they managed to do it with characters that worked.
They hold on though. They adjacent that by adding characters similar to what they did.
That was like 10 minutes.
Well, that's it's like 10 minutes in this book. Like, I'm not joking when I say I think Luke's on 2 fucking pages. Leia's on 1 fucking panel.
I see 3 covers with him.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the covers are wrong. Pete, I'm telling you, the covers are wrong.
I get that in the guts, but the problem is the way they market to people.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got a lot to do with Luke or something because he's on every fucking
What
cover.
are you going to market? Abelard? There's nothing else to market. Like,
Yeah,
come
you're
on,
gonna market that.
People will buy it.
Yeah, like if you're like Pete and you're like, I don't want to read any more Luke Skywalker stuff, and you see this book that has Luke Skywalker front and center on all the time, you're probably not going to read it.
Like, why is he got
I
to be
get that,
part
but
of
nobody's
the
there's nothing else marketable in it. So you got to like.
Well, then that's another problem.
It's good.
I don't know. Put a new character on the cover that might intrigue people because there's a new character on the cover of a Star Wars book.
They tried that for like 6 years, and now everybody doesn't care about that anymore either. So.
Yeah,
They
I
do it
mean,
in
like,
every
what's
book,
that? Yeah,
but-
they got away from that. At least this is decent story writing in the same time. And I agree with you too, Deadly Venom. But what I'm saying is, like, they've gotten away. They're doing kind of what we're asking. Okay, if you're gonna have to give us Luke, Leia, and Han, which they're always gonna do, just because that is Star Wars. Like, don't make it the whole book about them. Make it like, just make it about other. Well, it is, Pete. It's about. We're telling you though, but we're saying they're not doing it, and you're saying, well, the fucking covers. We're saying, yeah, well, fucking people buy covers. They don't read books. We know that. Ask Dom the last time he read a comic, but he buys plenty of comics because of the covers. So
these aren't even good covers.
No, they are.
Maybe
That
people
part,
got
you're
fucking Luke fetishes. I don't know what to tell you.
They're just
Okay,
generic as shit. It's just
speaking about insides that
Look
suck,
at
but good covers. Here we go. I gotta say it. The Ahsoka 1 in 10, like it.
Yeah.
I fucking do. And actually, I'm gonna show you the 1 in 25
That's
too.
like Shin Hati though. I don't get that.
I don't care. They're sweet. All those
design
all
covers.
those Ahsoka, all those 10-cent
Early design could be different.
1 in 10s are good.
Ruben's buying them all. That's because Ruben will do.
And Ruben's gonna Ruben's gonna buy this Luke Skywalker fucked up face thing too. Don't act like he ain't. He's buying that shit. So
I
that's
don't know how he has
what
room
He's
for
like
all this
zombie
stuff.
Luke
That's the thing I don't understand.
zombie Luke, yeah. But I like the 125 too. I mean, I know I hate.
Well,
I
the
thank
Luke, they
God.
can't even decide on a haircut for him. Like, you look at the 2 Lukes. He's got
See,
you can't even decide what's he doing. Does he got long hair? Has he got short hair?
I refuse to buy the 1 in 25 for Ahsoka because that was like the most build up for a fight ever. Like you thought it was going to be like a Rocky rematch fight.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
sure.
oh, a ship flew over us. Well, I gotta go. Bye. See you later.
I'll buy it for
thing.
$5, but hold on, I'll buy it for under 10. So like,
Yeah, you will. For sure.
But
anybody will.
places aren't going to sell it to you for under 10 because
Yeah, they
don't
will.
care.
Yeah, they will.
Well, online, you just wait 4 months and they'll be
Wait until they get desperate.
All right, that's kind of it. I think we got FOC. Marvel didn't roll out FOC, so we're gonna roll out the Dark Horse FOCs. I only got the B cover for 14. Dude, fuck Dark Horse and these long ass titles. Star Wars: The High Republic Adventure Phase 3 dispatches from the Inclusion Zone number 4. Oh, like
we already had the A cover. The A cover is the connecting cover. So
well, what? Who gives a shit? I didn't put it in here because I don't care.
I do not want this. I do not want this dispatch though. I wish they would realize that Tay bombed and just get away from
just
Tay.
let it go for it.
Or not Tay, whatever her name is, but the
both the Rabbit Boy and her, man.
Yeah, the monster hunter hasn't worked.
Ty.
But come on now.
But you could say that, but that fucking wedding adventure thing was dog shit, bro.
I didn't mind it as much as you did. I thought it was fine. It was what it is. You knew it was going to be.
Hold on. For Deadly Venom, we just told you that the story inside of the 3-part story they're doing here, the insides are the good parts, right? But there is some shit like people will buy. So people who want to read comics, they'll buy this to read the inside. But there's still going to be people buying it because they like Luke covers. And that's what they did. And I agree with you. That's not why I buy books. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. And here you go. Here you go. Hey, well, hold on now. Cool. They gave you some. Talk to me how excited you are for these 2 books. They're outside the Skywalker saga. Come on, guys.
I'm all in
After they
for the Ariadu. but I'm the only one that's still trucking along with higher.
I'm all in for the Battle of Veradu if they actually like have stakes.
Finish
it.
And somebody dies.
Why is Sparzalla's still alive? Like, hasn't he like been
They're not
killed
going to
off
kill
like
off
twice?
any of the kids. They're just not going to kill off the kids.
He's not kidding. He's like a 17-year-old.
I guess it's a kid's book.
Dude,
And
there's like 3 dudes in here that are fucking like one guy might be as old as Styx in this fucking book.
They have made
J.K.
these-
Rowling killed off one of the Weasley twins.
They have geared these more towards kids lately. Like I can read these with my kid, and my kid likes them.
Kids can handle death though a little bit. I mean, you don't have to like make it like horribly violent or anything, but like
yeah, it doesn't have to be like the old Dark Horse shit where they're blowing kids' hands off and shit and making them eat each other. But like, fuck, man,
making them eat each other.
I mean,
Damn.
but you can't kill off the married couple because like that would crush my kid.
Yeah,
they just got married. Now one of them dies, like that would crush my kid.
Yeah. Also talking about Santa Claus probably already crushed her. So why the fuck do you care? What the fuck do you care? Hell yeah.
She never believed.
Hey, right now.
At 2 years old, she knew better. We got that
right now. I'm like, kill one of these characters. I want to see this happen. Yeah, please.
Here, just to quick, not to move off the Santa thing. It's just something funny. I thought this was my son. Again, my son, he still believes. This is probably his last year believing in Santa. But his rationale to my father at Christmas of why Santa must exist is because, and this was last year, he said, last year, I asked for a replica WWE belt, and Santa brought it. There's no way my dad would spend that much money on something like that, right? Absolutely. That was his rationale.
No, I'm like, good. You ready? Okay. Wayseekers fucking a kid just like Wayseekers in the fucking class. Catholic school try to tell everybody how it's fake, right? My kids say, hey, yeah, I go, hey, she get anything good from Santa Claus last year? You go, no, she gets shit presents every year. I go, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. She thinks Santa Claus is fake. I go, you guys get good gifts. I go, you guys get good gifts from Santa Claus every year? They're like, hell yeah. I go, well, maybe if she believes in Santa Claus, she would get broke ass gifts all the time. They're done. They're like, yeah, for sure. Right.
You are horrible.
My daughter went back to her, told her that. They all told her right to her face. Maybe if you believe in Santa Claus, you actually get some real good gifts. I was like, yeah, all right, cool. What you gonna say about that? What you gonna do?
That poor kid.
Wait, hey, Wayseeker, you wouldn't cut it out here.
That poor kid. Your kid just traumatized. Like, oh my.
Yeah. Oh no, this girl's a bully. She just. We can talk about it later. She's the one.
I'm just saying. I'm waiting to collect my flowers. Once he realizes I was listening and I got all the shit he asked for. Thank you.
That kid, the smallest girl in the thing, said something to the girl like, but I still believe. She goes, oh, you do? And she threw her off the playground. So then I was like, well, tell her she gets shitty gifts. I don't care. Like, I give them though. They ask if they can say stuff. I usually say no. But in those cases, I'm like, you can do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Wayseekers, this is why your daughter gets picked on at school, because you let her go to school saying some wild ass shit like that. And then you wonder why she gets picked on. Like, just don't have her say wild shit at school. No problems. You don't have, I don't believe that aliens probe people in the asshole. But, like, I'm not going to make fun of some dude that's screaming that it does and is licking toads in the middle of the fucking desert. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm
believe in what you want to believe in.
Failure.
Just don't try to put that shit on me.
I'm just teaching that failure and perseverance are just part of life. That's all. Not trying to get one of these, participation trophies like you're giving these kids by thinking they get whatever they want.
Oh, shit. Bring them down. Hey, bring them down to the Marcos. Let's see how that goes.
Debate is. Back to Star Wars.
Let's see how that goes. See if you can get a trophy over here. All right, let's go. What do we got next? That's it for that.
Skeleton Crew, and then you got the top 10. What do you want to do?
Skeleton top 10. We'll do Skeleton Crew first because I know Pete wants to get into that. Plus, it'll be fun getting into it.
I did it different this week too.
What?
I made it different this week. I put the actual notes on the slide so I could remember what I was talking about. Nice. Just completely winging it.
It's such a good episode. You need notes. This is a good side right here for how good this
was. A good episode. We hang out. Wait, time out.
You wait till the end of the review, okay?
Yeah, Wayseeker. First off, piss off. Like, oh, this is a good episode.
We got the parrots. That's all we got. We got parrots.
Which, by the way, which one of you fuckers were like, these parents don't care about the kid? Was that JJ? Was that JJ complaining that we don't get enough parents in this team?
I thought we'd have the
parents. Oh, of course it was. Episode. Of course it was Wayseeker complaining about in a kid show. Well, where's the parents? Why aren't they more upset and putting bubbles around their children? Yeah, of course it was Wayseeker. All right.
Bubbles.
Fucking. Why aren't they just hovering over their kids?
Oh my God.
Well, the kids are missing. That is kind of.
Well, they fucking missing.
We start off with
hey, kids do that shit though. Kids go missing. They fucking show up sometimes.
Kids do not go missing off.
This is not 80.
JJ, how many kids you got? My kids fucking they're somewhere.
Yeah, but like go down.
Yeah, that's why we give them walkie-talkies.
It's not like
No, but you might be different. But these days, it's not the same.
this is like Amber Alert missing. Okay, there's a difference.
Oh, not out here. All right, what do we got here?
Yeah, so we start off with the parents.
I agree, John.
So we get Wayseeger's scene that he wanted last week, this week. So now he has nothing to complain about this week, I'm sure. But anyways, we get Neil's mother meeting with Wim's dad to exchange a goober type key to hack into the system to try to send a message out past the barrier. So interesting thing, we learned from this scene that the barrier is still not necessarily a physical entity, but it does control the communications on the planet. So apparently they cannot send and receive.
We also learned that Wim's dad thought he could pull off the acts of a 3-year-old and show me what you have behind your back. And he thought that shit was going to work.
It was so dumb.
That shit was funny as shit.
It wasn't funny.
That shit was funny.
You can't. How dumb do you think droids are?
Two weird things about this.
Holy shit, they're actually doing this.
All their office equipment and stuff appears to be from the 1980s.
Yeah.
I had this hard drive case and this computer monitor from like 1989.
Yeah, they're all Commodore 128s and 64s.
No, yeah, that's a floppy disk. That's what you put your floppy disk in to the right. Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, so and even the kind of like 80s office environment or banking.
Hold on, slow down. So Wayseeker, before you were born, they had these computers. They had black screens. It showed it green. There's something called a floppy drive or a hard drive, right? The floppy was like a little bit bigger, had a circle in the middle. They call it floppy because it flipped. And you
there's also a latch on the outside that kept the disc in. Like on the outside that kept it in from flying out.
Yeah. Just so you know. And then there was a hard drive, smaller one you put in there. But okay, go ahead. Continue. No wonder he didn't like this. He didn't know any of this goes in it.
So here we got Wayseeker's favorite scene, the what do you have behind your back? It is very evident that in this scene, it's kind of a throwback to the scene where Wim gets in trouble. Because he also hides something behind his back earlier or later in the episode too. But
it's supposed to be a dumb ass scene though. Like
that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like the dad is now the kid and the robot is the father.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a dumb ass scene.
It wasn't good. It was dumb, but it wasn't good.
Wayseeker, I get that you've got no fucking. Your heart is like worse than fucking the green guy from Christmas, where it's all caged up in there. Not breathing.
I think the
but
point.
Dude, just lighten up and watch it. Huh?
I know what you're saying, and I know what you're saying. They're going for, but to be fair, we all knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah,
did it? And it took too long.
I think it was attempted like being funny.
No. But I was like, but you didn't go like, there's no way they're going to do this dumb shit. And then they did the dumb shit. And you're like,
let's be honest though. If you were an adult in this society and like everything's monitored and controlled by droids, don't tell me you wouldn't try to get around like doing some shit with the droids.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Hold it. You gonna keister that one? Wayseeker's like, no participation trophies. If I was that dad, I would have keistered that fucker. No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have. You would have given it up.
Prison wallet.
You would have given it up.
Well, so the question I had is, so their heads are basically.
You would be one kidless person. You'd be like, here he is. By the way, fuck it. This kid's gone. Okay.
So their heads are basically giant cameras, right? And they have like what looks to be like a backpack thing. Do you guys think they can see or control things like a real-time security camera? Like somebody like the supervisor, whoever.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But why do they build them with? They're literally blocking off the goddamn peripheral vision. Like, why would you put ridges around the camera?
Venom gets it.
For Deadly Venom, if you're on the side of Wayseeker, I don't know. For Deadly Venom, I love you to death. You've been on this show for fucking like 3 years now. You know one thing consistent about Wayseeker. If you're on his side, you're on the wrong side. I mean, that's just
I don't know about that.
That's true.
Continue though.
Ask Dom. No,
Dom. You're on Dom's side all the time. What does that say about you?
So we get this scene was the more interesting scene involving the parents. We got a little bit of explanation via questions here with Fern's mom and Wim's dad. his dad gets caught. He gets sent to the principal's office, more or less, but the principal is Fern's mom. So for earlier questions of who was over whom, as far as the rankings go, Fern's mom is over Wim's dad, clearly.
There you go.
But see, that also played into that part. Like, it looked like he was trying to act like he wasn't trying to give up the disc, but he knew that. I mean, the mom's like in charge.
Well, the mom is, so she's trying to handle it through her method, whatever, at this point, and he's now impressing upon her, which we get the scene from the trailer where he's trying to impress upon her that, listen, like the supervisor, nobody else is going to do anything. We got to do it ourselves. Yeah. So, and when it comes to that, the interesting thing here is, though, both of them seem to acknowledge and recognize that, like, communicating outside the barrier is, and revealing the planet's location and stuff, is a potential problem. So they both know. We get question answered that the adults in the society,
the adults
in charge, know that this is supposed to be a secretive planet. The kids obviously don't.
Yeah, they all understand this is a vault and Fallout, is what they all understand. That
I mean, eventually at some point, but eventually at some point, like, it has to be explained to you, or as an adult, wouldn't you just say fuck it and leave?
But the question is, like, where are you going to go? If they're so closed off, do you think the rest of the New Republic knows about this planet and that there's still a mint there and everything?
I don't think. Do you think everybody knew that there was a mint here?
Well, I think they clearly know, right?
I think
the adults here.
No, they know there's a mint there, but I don't think. I think people think the planet has treasure. I don't think they know what the treasure is.
I think it's all that it's all a mislead as far as the mint goes, because realistically, what the mint is meaningless if they don't have the materials to make more of their little gold shiny coins.
Well, I'm not even so
like
sure
they're mining. They're not mining the goddamn materials on this planet, and they're also not getting shipments in from the outside, so they're not making any more money. Like, whatever they have.
Hold on. You don't know that. You don't know that they haven't been shipping stuff off planet to get.
I'm pretty sure we're looking at a vault that has no communication or very little communication with the outside world.
Did you, John?
Our secret pirate dude is probably the supervisor, just saying, you know what? Fucking, I don't need money. I just run this shit.
I think so, but I think like why would you even mint new coin?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I think their society is entirely closed off from the rest of the Republic, right? It seems that way, at least.
Yeah.
Like, it's entirely a closed loop. Like, the public doesn't even know about them.
Yeah. So what I think is, if I may, I think what it is like they were the printing press for thousands of years for the actual Republic, like the credit, right? And then at one point, people started fucking blowing up the special planets. All of a sudden, they're like, fuck. And now they're there, but they could still send, because that's what their job was. They could still send that product out as an antique or a collectible. Because now, what good is gold if you can't trade
So
gold?
they're like the New England Mint.
Yeah.
Republic.
Well, what I think is, I don't think the point is that this planet is self-sufficient. It doesn't need anything else from the outside. They built a community of just it. Again, it's a fucking vault Fallout. It's just working on its own.
Why did they even have people here? Like, I don't understand that.
Well, I think it's like a colony. I think it's its own society.
Kill all the people and let the droids mine more gold or whatever they do.
No, you don't need to mine it. But that's what I'm saying. The only purpose that you would have for for all the stuff is the fact that the gold credit has some type of value, because the gold credit doesn't have any value.
Landscapers across planet. This whole place.
Yeah, I know, but if it doesn't have any value to them. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have value to their society. You can see it doesn't have value to their society.
Yeah, it's their lunch money.
Yeah, how the dad just but what I'm saying is, like, that's not shit.
Why you have
But it's just their
Why don't
money.
you just
Like,
kill them? Kill all the people.
Why? No. Why?
What are you talking about? Kill all the people.
Let the droids run the men.
No, they do.
The treasure for these people is that.
But why do they need it? They don't use it.
That's what I'm telling you. Wayseeker, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Wayseeker's got it. The only value money has tangibly is if it's linked to something. They don't have it as a product.
The value in this place isn't money. The value in this place is that it's a secret and nobody else can fuck with it.
I get it, but then you don't take the money out of that. I think you're missing the point.
I think it's more like antique.
Why am I on Wayseeker's fucking side? Fuck this.
this would be like discovering nowadays that like
There's a whole
there was a
barrier.
hidden-
You don't want anybody leaving.
This would be like discovering nowadays that there's a whole country that still prints all their money in solid gold. More or less.
Yeah,
is what
Cougar.
I'm looking at it like. Yeah, more or less.
Cougar.
Cougar
No,
Ant
but
are-
hold on.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's not true because that's
Colin
yeah.
Beskar.
Yes, but that still has value, so the country could do it. But
I'm
if the
saying
country
it has
is
value to the outside world, clearly, because
right, but
when
if the
people
country
saw that credit, they were like,
Yeah.
this is worth a fortune.
right, got it. But if the
As opposed
country
to-
is isolated, if it's isolated, it has no trade value. Therefore, because it's not pegged to any monetary system. The fuck are we talking about? Fucking basic economics at this point. Oh, look, can I just address this question then?
They
Hold
don't
on.
need any outside. That's the point.
But-
They don't
but
want
they do.
outside interference.
Right,
They
so you
want-
don't need the fucking money. You don't need to give lunch money. Hold on. This I want to address. They do know what's going on outside. This is kind of where I want to bring it back to because they have stories of the Jedi. They actually know the Republic. They say,
Yeah, but
don't
the question is the other way around. Though. Does the outside world know anything about this planet?
I mean, they have myths. That's all they know. Just
Yeah.
myths.
Right. Yeah.
They have myths. They think they have secret treasure.
Yeah, a secret treasure. No, they don't. No, hold on. They have
I don't wanna tell you
assigned
it's so
jobs.
complicated.
Hold on, they have assigned jobs. Like
This is like weird.
it's not like we're working in a capitalistic market
Yeah.
here.
It's
They're not
like
working
they
in a
get more
capital.
money for their jobs or something like that because they have
Again.
nothing to spend their money on.
Marco,
Yeah, what are you
you
spending
don't
on?
have Amazon, so you don't understand when I say Fallout. It's a goddamn Fallout vault, is what I'm saying.
is.
You're
Yeah.
going to go to fucking win. Yeah, but even in Fallout Vault, there was scarcity of product. There's no scarcity of product on this planet.
Which is why it's a plentiful, it's a happy, self-sufficient place.
But
They have
why-
everything they need.
Why do they exist? I don't
So they
get
don't
that.
have money.
All right.
Waysinger, why do you say kill all the humans though?
Discussion.
Yeah,
Waysinger's
Waysinger
kind
wants
of
to
fucked
kill all the
up.
humans.
Hold on though. Waysinger's kind of fucked up because he wants to kill all the humans. He just fucking wants robot world going on here. All right, fuck
Yeah.
you,
Westworld.
Waysinger.
If
See
I
what
was
you're
a
doing there.
supervisor, that's what I would do. Why do you keep the humans around? What good are they bringing you?
I think they get free healthcare. Yeah, they do. They get free healthcare and benefits. And
They do. They get free health care. They get free dental.
they literally gave the guy $1
Oh,
million
wow.
in credits to buy a fucking hot dog at the
Yeah,
Well,
cafeteria.
Wayseeker, remember, the droids need the people around because apparently all of them are built with off switches right on the back of their necks.
That's
So they
true.
need somebody
You just
around.
tell them. You can just tell
Flip
them
that
to
shit
power
on
off.
and off.
Yeah.
Yeah, once again, like why when he was trying to do the back thing, didn't he just have somebody shut the thing off? Why do you go,
Or
oh,
just
come
say
look around my
power off.
back and just click them off? But whatever. All right, go ahead. Sorry, that was fucking weird.
Anyways, we end up here with an interesting exchange where
We're gonna have an after-hour show after this week about the economics of a fucking free
Forget the
market
economics.
capitalist system in fucking Star Wars
Here,
universe.
maybe we start getting to the guts of the show and I'll start telling you some of my issues with it.
Here's all right. But yeah, so we get Fern and Jod have a little exchange here, and Jod, this is the part where I think Jod starts to play angry dad a little bit more, and kind of like, no, I can tell you're the one that's actually scared, and I think this is kind of where he starts to plan, at least in this episode, his kind of machinations going forward of what he's going to do. But
Which one's Fern? Is Fern the dude?
Fern's the one that always tries to act like the leader.
How do you not
Right there.
know?
Yeah, how do you not know?
All
this? You watch
I do is watch
sports
Neil. I watch Neil and I'm like fucking just
Well, that's what I'm
mesmerized.
saying. Just to get the bottom line is, I
love
like
Neil.
Neil and I like
Love
the
Neil.
Lobot girl. The Fern, she's pretty.
like
my
Wim.
wife pointed out. My wife
The
is
problem is I get Fern,
Pretty
I get
unlikable.
Fern and Wim mixed up a
Not
lot because they're the
likable.
same fucking character. Like I'm just like, okay, why don't you guys just go date? Do your little like fucking what was that Macaulay Culkin movie?
What are you talking about?
Where's Macaulay Culkin? Yeah. What's that?
I don't
My
think
Girl.
Marco actually
Just do
watched
the
the
fucking-
Skeleton Crew.
Just do the My
don't
Girl
know.
fucking thing where you guys fucking just get together and give each other
Don't bring up
snitches
my
and
girl. Boy, Macaulay Culkin, he fucking died, man.
It's so one of these
Saddest
fucking
thing I've ever
kids.
seen.
So one of these fucking kids. What do you want?
But this is where we get all the interesting pirate lore. So this is where we first hear about Takranad being the scourge, once the scourge of the galaxy.
Yeah, this is where we get the whole Goonie
This-
adventure here.
This was
What
this was the
episode?
One-Eyed Willie story. It was definitely you can make certain callbacks to other things. I know there were callbacks to pirates, like from Legends. Was it Zim? I think was a famous pirate in Star Wars Legends and Old Republic era and things like that. But it might be more stuff when they're telling the story of One-Eyed Willie and Goonies.
Mhm.
But a lot of interesting stuff here. Well, to me, the most interesting thing was that Jod's kind of, I guess, interest in the story of like Takranad, because like, you guys don't even know how important this is. Like he's like his Tack Renard is like what Star Wars is to us. Like I feel like he could have like a 5-hour podcast discussing the legend of Tack Renard and but
the kids are like, who? Jumping on the bed.
We got strippers and concubines in the show. That's the only thing I understand. It's like they what's going on with these directors?
Oh, that was great. The what's a concubine?
Part of Star Wars, dude.
But, so for reference, this was the what's a concubine moment. Is they're headed towards the next planet's SM-33 is discussing what happened, between Tack Renard and his crew, and which doesn't actually match what we heard last week. Last week we heard he killed everybody in the room, and then proceeded to Atten or whatever, kind of like on his own. It seems like now he kind of killed maybe half of the crew, and then the other half of the crew he killed on the way to Atten when they tried to mutiny against him, maybe. But yeah, we get an explanation of concubines and how they worked in the pirate universe. And apparently, Tack Renard was brought down by his concubine.
That's why Marco loved this show, because that's all he cared about.
Anytime stripper. Next thing you know, they're going to be doing spice dust off the fucking couple concubines' butts, and like, hey, there we go.
I like how, like I said, this was very much like the kids still being kids and Jod being the dad. Because, obviously all kind of turned to him and be like, hey, what's a concubine? And he's like, oh, yeah, we're going to move on and avoids the question. And then we get if it goes forward. Did it go forward for me or
yeah.
There it goes. So we get the kind of the father-son moment between Jod and Wim here, where Fern had a crisis of conscience kind of last episode, and this is Wim's crisis of conscience, where he, tells him that, he thought this is not what he thought adventuring would be. He thought adventuring would be kind of this fun, jolly thing, and this is far more serious and everything than he thought it would be. But you get a lot of Qui-Gon Jinn Jedi-like advice coming from Jod in this thing, which I'll be honest, up until this episode, I wasn't convinced that he was an actual Force user, but I'm convinced now that he probably can maybe use the Force, but he probably also has some sort of, I don't quite know. We'll go over at the end more what I think is going on with Jod. As far as
you might have some Jedi training, but washed out.
Yeah, or at least some sort of deep knowledge. Like maybe he was related to a Jedi.
John, I think we all think that too. We'll talk about it in a bit.
But there's something going on with Jod and how he seems to know a lot of Jedi isms as far as that goes. So
again,
and you get one more.
Half the kids are annoying.
I don't think John. I don't think he is super bad.
I don't know. I know people say this. Like that's the funny part that I thought about people outside from us saying it. I heard a lot of people that are fans of Star Wars saying that this boy was the annoying one, and that's also why I keep getting it messed up. But then there's people who they're not huge into Star Wars, and they think that Fern's the annoying one. And this is where
the two of them are both annoying. That's what I'm saying.
Those two are annoying.
He's the only one I've heard say both of them are annoying.
Right? Because Fern's supposed to be the kind of the pretentious, annoying kid that know. When there's a group of kids, there's always one pretentious, annoying kid, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's Fern more or less.
She's just
right, but there's going to be likable kids. I mean, you're not going to run into a group of kids where you like all of them. Kids. Yeah. So I don't. To me, they very.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't do that. Who knows?
Even as an adult, you could point him out.
Perfect.
That kid's a little shit. They're just not likable. Like I don't know why you play with them.
We already talked about somebody today that way. Yes, you just tell them. That's why Santa Claus doesn't bring you any fucking gifts, bro.
But
Santa Claus bring you something.
That's all.
Santa Claus bring you something, Marco?
What? Yeah.
Santa Claus bring you something?
Fuck yeah. Dude,
really?
Santa Claus? Oh, hell yeah. Not just one. 4 gifts. Thank you very much.
That's pathetic.
Pleasure yachts.
Fucking 8, bro.
So we know it pleasure yachts as they kind of come across.
Not letting kids have dreams is pathetic, Wasey. All right.
This is, we'll get into it in the next slide, but this I thought was the start of something hilarious. But
I don't know. Just what kind of security? This whole planet. You don't cause any trouble. We won't have any trouble.
They're neutral.
Pirates just roll in.
They welcome all. Nothing. They welcome all, except for as long as you don't start any trouble.
You think pirates aren't going to come to this rich planet? Come on.
Yeah, like this is the first time pirates thought, "Hey, we should just go run this place."
Well, that's why they have a security force, right?
Security force.
No. So they kind of addressed it in it. I think like they referenced it, but they didn't really reference it well. Is like it would take them to form a lot. Like it's almost like a suicide mission that they were going to go on to do it. So it had been so long that they stopped doing it that they didn't worry so much about it. And I could see that.
Also, planets like this are very much, I think, still like in the Republic as far as
suicide mission.
What words did you just say,
Yeah,
Mark?
what are you talking about? They
What-
literally
well-
rolled into this planet.
Yeah.
Shot down the 2 cops that were rolling up next to the first ship.
Yeah.
Crashed into everything on the loading dock.
Right.
Like it didn't matter.
No,
Rolled in
yeah.
like they owned the joint.
Yeah, you're not going to just start crashing into places. Like, you got to think the mentality of the pirates at that point. They're not going after treasure, not going after anything. So they're going to come in here and just go like, fuck it, we're going to deal with the security force. They're not looking to deal with the security force. But the planet was also like, hey, we've got security.
We've got
Because
security.
it's been
We got
so long.
cops.
Shit.
Huh?
You got security like if I was security.
Exactly. Like there was
Come
no
on now.
I said,
But-
they kind of
You're
got
hiring
Wait,
race
wait.
seekers to be your security on that planet.
No,
Little
it actually
girl
worked.
fucking
Hey,
was fucking mud in a
excuse me. That really? Because how many fucking pirates are left alive? Because last time I heard,
Not
Urkel
because
was
of
fucking
security.
screaming.
Wasn't the mall cop?
That was a security feature. That was 100% a security feature.
It was because of the other fucking pirate.
That was a security feature. Excuse me. Security feature. Hey, just because you got what the fuck's the large system I got?
I think
here?
we're reading a little
DET?
too far into it here as far as this goes. But yeah.
Well, let's
Definitely.
just quickly let's say if pretend the pirates weren't going after other pirates and their treasure down
To be
below.
honest, I don't know that
Mud
the security force
What
was
if
any
the
more
pirates
inept here
decided
than
to kidnap
stormtroopers.
all of these high dignitaries that apparently were
The
at
hookers?
this spa? You're telling me they couldn't have gotten
Oh.
away with it?
The hookers? No, they're going for the
No,
hookers.
not the hookers. All of the businessmen.
But what
that
I'm
were
saying,
there in the
hold
mud
on. But what I'm saying is the juice worth? The juice just wasn't worth the squeeze.
Well, so I
What
think
squeeze? There was no squeeze. There's no security.
I think
They
the
literally got
point-
taken
There
out
was
by a
security.
There's the whole train.
Okay, here's the
Fingers
deal.
are all there.
Okay, you're right. There's no security if I roll in there. If Wayseeker was to roll in there, he's not going to be calling them. He's not going to be calling them all cops. Wayseeker rolls in there, tries to steal some dignitary. He's going to be on all fours. Please may I have another. Please may I have another. Please
Okay,
may I have
let me
another.
make this analogy. Let me make this analogy real quick, and then hopefully it will make sense to you guys. You'll stop arguing over this stupid point. So Wayseeker says it's mall security, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There are robbers in the real world, right? How many of them go and knock off malls?
Yeah.
Lots of them.
They tried.
Okay.
Not very bright.
No, not lots of them. Malls aren't robbed an awful lot, and when they are, they usually catch them after the fact. So it wouldn't be any different here than going to a mall.
Thank you. Wayseeker's not stealing from a mall, and he ain't
This is how
stealing from
law
this planet.
enforcement
That's my
works in
point.
the galaxy or a world.
I'm just
Right.
saying, like, you're not bringing in the baddest motherfuckers are not wasting their time robbing fucking Macy's, bro. They ain't going into
This
Macy's.
is Macy's. Again, they said they were having an economic summit of some kind, which means they had very influential people who were valuable.
But do remember
that
also
Hans
too.
Gruber could
Hold
have
on.
rolled into this motherfucker,
Hold on.
took Nakatomi Plaza
Did you guys
over,
hold
and
on.
held this
Hold-
bitch
first off-
hostage the whole time. is what
Hold
I'm
on.
saying.
Did you watch what was happening? Because 70% of the security was chasing. Hold on now.
Yeah, they were
70%.
chasing 10-year-olds.
They're chasing 10-year-olds. Okay.
And they
Go ahead.
No, they're
The
chasing
guards
the
are
elders.
already down. The guards are already
That
down.
reminded me of that video that Dom showed us.
Guards are already down. Guards are already down.
I don't know how when Dom's not here, somehow the review gets more derailed.
I
When
know.
Dom's not here than when he's here.
That was my entire intention of coming on after binging the whole show. I said, fuck it.
No,
I
Ferd
can't wait
is
to
not
put fun
me.
on with the crew.
Wayseeker.
Anyways, besides Skull Ridge Mountain sounding like Witch Mountain or Skull Mountain at Six Flags, there wasn't much in that last slide. But here we get, obviously, there's the security crew that everybody's so concerned about. That it appears
No, that's one security member of a larger crew, but yes.
But he clearly wears a helmet that looks a little bit like a Republic helmet. As far
Who
as
is that guy? Is that guy a famous actor, by the way?
No.
He looks like
I think
somebody.
so.
Oh, no,
Looks a
this
little
guy
like
looks like a
Judd
friend of
Apatow.
mine. My bad. My bad. I got it. Yeah, all right.
I mean,
Looks like
Judd
this guy
Apatow
Jay.
a bit, but
This was dumb.
But I thought this was kind of funny. So John is a creator of identities, right?
Yeah.
So he comes up with the identities because kids are not allowed on the spa planet here. That they are the elders of the Bratrick system, which I thought was funny because actually there's no Bratrick system, and obviously has the word brat in there. I thought that was kind of clever.
That's funny.
yeah.
Listen to me. But yeah. So-
Also,
and
too,
they
he's like, whatever we do, don't spend the gold. And then he throws it all up there like, Jesus.
well, no, he was going to use it to bribe him. He told that all your gold up front.
Dude. But yeah, basically, I like this more if Neil was a fucking bear, he would have been like, "This is the greatest ever."
I could have. I'm telling you, I swore we were getting a goddamn see no evil, hear no evil moment, and all of a sudden, Jude Law was gonna have to give some presentation of some sort. Oh, you're Dr. Johansson? Oh, come here. We gotta bring you up in front of the whole delegation to do your speech. It's your time.
Oh yeah, when they asked him what his full name was, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit. This is where we're going with this.
When the security was going after him, yeah.
And then he was like, "Run!"
This was the part I thought was hilarious, and they're actually trolling maybe 2 of our panel members in this thing too. I don't know, but SF3 is 30 is extremely dismayed to learn that Skullridge Mountain has been turned into a spa resort. He even says they ruined it, which is I think very much a trolling of old Star Wars fans that can't stand the fact that new things exist.
Maybe, but
good catch.
Land in Disney. That's an awesome place to be. I will say that.
They did turn the pirate place into fucking Disney World. Well, for adults.
Yeah. Which also is probably another slam at a little bit of Disney fans for
We're just assuming
everyone's like I used to remember what it was.
There's a lot of innuendo about this place when they got there, but I didn't see one concubine. I just saw a lot of weird aliens hanging out in a mud pit.
The concubines were the pirates' concubines. This was turned into a spa planet after
spa planet. Yeah. That's. I mean, what are they going to steal there? The fucking mud. That's what I'm saying.
It's like it was like Turkish bath. I'm like, okay, big deal.
No, they were from the banking clan. It's not like the banks were on the fucking planet.
I'll get to another reason why later on they might not have invaded this planet. There's a couple other reasons why you probably wouldn't want to go there to kidnap people. But
go ahead. What's next?
Because Audrey 2 was downstairs in the one mud pit and just helped the kids out and get.
That thing.
I was thinking
that's huge security.
I was thinking the hut. You probably will.
Oh, the hut. The hut. How do you get away with just eating goddamn attendance?
No, that's a great. The best is the attendants like, oh shit. Hey, by the way, how many attendants get eaten on that fucking planet? Because that attendants like, oh shit, not again.
They do take John's weapon
right on this bitch.
Being a neutral planet,
it's a Diddy party for sure, dude.
Hey, what happened to Gary? Fucking one of the guests ate him. What?
Hey, it happens. They let rich people get away with anything.
Jabba the Diddy over there, fucking just eating fucking people and shit. Ah, damn. All right, go ahead.
But it was pretty clear in this episode when Jod uses the Force, he does it with much more ease and much more often and casually now than he did. Because if you remember when he moved the key, and it might have been deliberate action, but when he moves that key in the second episode or whatever, it's very slow, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Like here, everything's fast, very deliberate. So whatever he's doing to use the Force seemed like he's doing it much more easily and casually than we saw him earlier.
Yeah.
It's
including stealing his knife back. But the idea that the attendant books him under after and bribes him.
So the TV show could go on and you could have a kid do it. That's why. Right.
I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, the identity that he gets booked under by the attendant or whatever that he bribes is Professor Gorlax, who's actually a Mun and part of the banking plan, which comes back to haunt him later. That moment you were talking about the security guards.
Run!
Yeah, why would you even say that? I don't get why you'd even make that, but whatever. I mean, it was for
the
later
reason
on.
Dom loved this episode so much is
this is it. This is the only reason Dom
female alien bounty hunter here named Pocket shows up. Couple interesting things about Pocket. I don't think they actually officially said what species she is. She definitely looks like an Umbrarian with hair.
She does.
I don't know what other species she would be. As far as that goes, the actress actually has a little bit of a Easter egg connection in that she played Peter Pan in Finding Neverland. So we get a lot of Peter Pan references in earlier episodes, and this is kind of another one.
Dude, maybe that's not real hair. Maybe it's like a fucking wig or some shit.
I have no idea. It looks like real hair, but I don't know.
Who knows?
You never know.
Maybe Umbrarians have hair. I don't know all the ability of Umbrarians. But maybe it's like a stat shade.
Mirda?
I don't know.
Who's Mirda?
Oh, the one princess from Brave.
Yeah, that's her voice. She voiced the princess in Brave.
Disney princess, the one with the
Oh, from the Irish lady.
The actress.
Well,
yeah, the actress is her voice.
Scottish or whatever. Yeah.
Scottish. Yeah. Because that's her. So. Train spotting. I told Dom.
Anyways, Dom is supposed to tell us all that he loves Pocket and would love to see more Pocket in the future.
Because she's a bounty hunter.
He did say that. No.
Hunter. Dom's like,
hold on. Somebody said something, and he goes Pocket, and I was like Pocket, and they're like, Oh, like I was.
Bounty hunter.
What's he saying? He's
Dom's
like,
in.
I hope she's not
gotta
dead
say.
because she's got to be alive because she's female and she's a bounty hunter and that's awesome. And I'm like,
The other interesting thing
If she
is
dies, does anybody else care other than
Hmm?
Dom?
nobody.
I kind of
The-
liked her,
Yeah, but if you
Yeah.
don't ever see her again, I don't think it makes.
I don't
sense.
ever see her again.
Yeah.
I'll be all right with it.
but
They-
I like the look. Like the look, it was.
Yeah, it's
Was it
cool to have a
Dom?
character. Yeah, it's fine.
She
The
could
fake
be a
name was the
character.
other
Yeah, but
funny
dude,
thing.
Dom in the chat wrote a fucking love letter to this shit.
Well,
did.
that
He
is a bit
speaks love
extreme.
letter. Like
I'm just saying, of all
It's
the
a
things
two
I've complained
sentences.
about this
Dom-
series, I would say this is a character
Dom,
you introduced
Dom.
that I wouldn't mind seeing more of.
He goes to pickle parties. Like, what can you say?
oh,
You might see more of her because she apparently has a history with Jod, and
yeah.
She does,
it revolves around him having the name Dash Sinton. So we get the funny
is
moment
another
where he has
yeah,
yet
yeah.
another name that he
Another
has
name.
invented.
I thought I
Old
thought I heard Dash Rendar for a second.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
We're
might
supposed
be a
to.
play on Dash Rendar too.
I think
Dash
it
Rendar
was.
a
I think
smuggler.
so.
I think a little bit, yeah.
That's why
But,
that's more than Dom was happy about, I'm sure.
We can also kind of get an explanation here of why he uses all the different identities. Is because when she goes to get her revenge on him for abandoning her in what she called a pit of leeches, she says that when she went to do that and take a bounty out of him on everything, she discovered there was nobody that lived under the name Dash Zinton. So the reason he kind of uses all these different identities is to avoid when he betrays somebody or stabs in the back. avoid
Yeah.
consequences.
So is John
Yeah,
his
like-
real name, or do we not know
But
his
John's
name?
not his real name. Dude.
John's probably not his real name.
So is he Crimson Jack or not?
Well,
Yeah,
that's definitely
probably
not.
not. John might be his real name, but there's no reason to believe he gave the kids his real name.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. All right, next up, what do we got? You muted yourself.
Thing.
Yep. What? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Now we hear you.
Now you unmuted
Okay.
yourself.
That was the bell thing.
What?
The
I
bell.
don't know,
'cause
sometimes-
sometimes it'll mute
Bell.
and then unmute.
The bell mutes people when it goes off.
Well, what off?
Anyway, we see the sigil of Tac Renard. This is what SM33 tells us will be on the treasure room when they find it. Which the buzz on all the interwebs this week was that it looks a little bit like a Nihil symbol, which it kind of does.
No,
It also
it's
looks
just
like a
showing you that
person's-
Tackernard had Peyronie's disease and his wiener has a bend in it.
It also looks like a person sitting in a chair a little bit too, but yeah. So I don't know. This was the symbol. You see it there with the lightning bolts.
Shit, now that you say that, I see the handicap symbol all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Just went out the circle.
right. That's what I saw when I looked at it. With
You
circle
put
around
the
it, it's a
wheels at the
handicap
bottom.
symbol.
It's a handicap symbol.
But
Holy shit.
so I don't know. It was a little interesting theory. I don't know that Nihils are obviously
Stretch.
pirates. I don't know if this relates to pirates or that Tac Renard was a pilot, but it kind of fits in the fact that Nihil,
Yeah.
raided the galaxy and all that. But
Yeah.
why you would specifically come up with a Nihil that we never heard of before would be a little bit weird. But
We're gonna get this one in Young
Would it
Jedi
though?
Adventures.
In this show, I don't know.
We're gonna get it in Young Jedi Adventures next season. Right now,
I see
Tac
stripper
Renard.
balls.
so I thought this scene was hilarious. I don't know about anybody else.
Somebody's
but you
internet's
got-
behind. Go ahead. Sorry, go.
Mine. You got the kids very much being kids on a vacation here, right? They see this giant suite, they start jumping on the bed, start acting crazy. Josh's trying to give him an order because he's freaking out that the pirates are after him and everything.
Well,
he's very
exactly.
much-
He's like, there are pirates coming to kill us. You fuckers are jumping on the bed.
Kids would know better than this. I don't care. They're kids. Kids aren't dumb.
Yeah, they know fear. They've seen
You're like
fear.
the guy on the
They've seen
internet who
pirates.
said it's an insult to kids. It's kids having fun. Kids see something. have fun,
Dude,
they're gonna
kids
have
do
fun.
this shit all the
No,
time.
they wouldn't when they're being chased around the
Bro,
galaxy. by
way
pirates.
secret.
No, they wouldn't.
I don't even believe you have a kid because the kid sees
No.
the bed.
Your
the first
kid
bullshit
ain't
kids
gonna do this in Japan because you know better. You're gonna get
No,
in
the fuck
trouble.
they
You're-
ain't. We're probably going to get arrested in Japan.
wait.
I've already got the
Wait,
money
time
set
out,
aside
time
for it.
out.
I expect it to
Marco,
happen.
you're talking about you with your kids. That means your kids are with their parents. These are kids with a strange man on a planet where they're being chased by pirates who are coming to kill them.
That kid right there, that girl's rotten as the day's log.
That's what
she
I'm
is.
saying.
She's a
Come on
rotten ass
now, this
kid.
made no
Rotten
sense.
ass kids.
This
Hey,
is
what about
so
that kid?
stupid.
Hey, no, hold on. You guys forget. We need to cut this one. What about that kid that stole his grandma's car? Why did you steal her grandma's car? Because I like to do hood rat shit. That's that chick right there.
What are you
Kids do
talking
shit
about?
like that. Kids do shit. If you got
These are
badass
kids.
kids, and you ever watched Bebe's kids before? Bebe's kids keep multiplying. They do badass shit because they Bebe's kids. Like that's the shit badass kids do.
No,
They
they
don't
don't.
have future, right?
I'm with JJ. I'm with JJ. I agree.
He legit saw Neil save Atarock or whatever the episode before because he's fucking nice.
Yeah, but he don't care. He thinks he sees the two broads. He thinks he's getting lucky. He's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do whatever these broads say. That
I think they're just
child,
kids having fun.
that Fern girl is bad influence, and these kids now are following her around because she's the captain and she's getting away with doing a bunch of badass shit. And when you let a kid do some badass shit, they're gonna continue to do some badass shit, and then the other kids are gonna follow her doing badass shit, and that's what they're doing, badass shit. Because they got a droid.
If they were doing a Jedi fight in the background, like Neil Will, that makes sense to me. They're just doing their same
Jedi fight. What the fuck are you talking about?
Doing this? This made no sense.
So they're gonna jump on a bed and stand on the
No,
tower.
kids jump. Your kid never jumped on a Wayseeker. If your kid still ain't jumping on their bed, what's wrong with your children?
No, come on now. That matters.
Across the galaxy away from me with the company of a goddamn con man pirate.
You-
On a fucking pleasure.
You are
I was
Wayseeker's
watching
kids got to be fucking Benjamin Button. That shit's got to be a 70-year-old fucking single cat woman that he's taking up calling as a kid. The fuck are you talking? My kid doesn't do anything childlike. Doesn't jump on beds. Doesn't have fun. No sleepovers. No imagination tea parties. Doesn't have Barbies. Fuck Santa Claus.
Imagine tea parties. Come on now. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Giving real tea parties.
I
Who's
think
gonna give imaginary tea
Yeah,
parties?
because she's
All the
fucking
people
80.
up there.
Dude, the Queen of fucking England and Shannon Bitch's dad is the only people that have fucking real tea parties. What are you talking
You ain't
about,
gonna be
dude?
England
How
anymore.
old is your
You're kidding.
child? 90? Is it Styx's wife? Because fuck, that seems like an old ass motherfucker you keep talking about. You are not talking about a child. Nothing you say ever about that child. I am sorry, Wayseeker. I know it's still Christmas, but not one thing you ever say about that child is child. She likes to sit around and sip on tea with me while we eat crumpets and play Star Wars Unlimited together. The fuck kid does that? She hates jumping on beds. The fuck are you talking about? The only reason you hate jumping on beds is if you could break a hip, and even with that, I still jump on the bed with some people, if you know what I mean. And I might break a hip, but it's worth it,
Come on
dude.
now.
And I'm fucking almost 50. So get out of here, dude. What are you talking about? What? Tell me that that's not an 80-year-old woman you're talking about. Please. Please.
I think the
Go
funny
ahead.
part is that like John can't get the kids to listen to him. Despite like he saved their
Yeah,
lives
that's
and like
the
he's done
point.
all this other
Yeah.
stuff, he still can't get the kids to listen to him at all.
Absolutely.
That's
how children are.
That if this
Especially
were,
in new environments when they go see wild-ass shit.
No,
You take your kid...
not with a stranger. No, they ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, if this were their beginning adventure, they just got away with it. They literally just on a planet where they had kids fighting for their lives, and they
But he
just
saved them.
died.
So he
And,
saved their
and just
lives.
like 2 minutes before, like Wim's crying because his adventure isn't what he thought it was gonna be, and it's like all this serious, and now he's jumping on beds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
don't
mean.
know.
You gotta
I don't
be
know what
consistent. You can't just be pivoting so quickly.
Kids,
all.
what the fuck kind of weird-ass kids do you have? Kids pivot.
Again,
That's what
you're
kids
talking about-
fucking do.
You were talking about-
JJ, I don't even think JJ has fucking kids. He knows more about kids than you two fucking weirdos.
You were still talking about kids with their parents. These are
No, in general. Dude, do you guys not socialize ever? Kids in general are wild as fuck,
This is
especially in new places.
socialization.
I've
They're
never
on
once.
fucking other side of the galaxy. They don't know where their house is.
I've
on a
never
fucking
once
field
in
trip.
my life gone someplace that's new and there've been kids there and the kids are wild as fuck.
You think they're on a goddamn school trip somewhere?
No, but the kids don't think that far
Imagine
ahead.
school bus.
You're acting like the kids got the fucking thing out there going, oh shit, man. This is the one kid he's on a fucking adventure. They had a fucking robot. They tried to have a robot kill a whole fucking planet, bro. They don't care. Dude, Neil was trying to get his horn tooted in the middle of a fucking
Oh,
child.
John, I don't know what
Can't
we're
believe
doing.
fucking kill a kid. And he's like, well, will you pull on my fucking tuba? I mean, come on, dude. What are you talking about? Kids,
At least,
their
John,
memories are
at least,
terrible.
Yeah, now we are going to argue about this because I haven't been here in a while. I'm having fun.
Anyhow,
Yeah. Thank you.
I think it's-
Thank you. Thank you.
Pocket-
Wookie Fanatic
Pocket-
deals with kids all the time, too, by the way. He gets our point of view.
Pocket mentions that she's no longer under the guild, and goes to check them pucks finally and finds the one for Jod. But I think it's funny. Earlier she mentioned she's an independent contractor, and then you see one of these guys
fucking eating people. Like,
which might explain why Pocket is there in the first place. Her independent contractor probably is a hut, because she also she tells the kids not to trust this quote unquote slimo, which is the hut slang for slime ball. So,
yeah, it is hut slang. Yeah,
my guess is she's probably working for.
And look, this is. I thought it was true. The hut already got blood on his mouth, so he already ate one of these things.
That's a tattoo. That was
you do? I thought it was blood.
He had the same one in Book of Boba Fett. That's how you confirmed that it was the same hut, because it has that.
Oh, was it? It was one of the twins.
It's one of the twins.
Oh,
I don't know which one.
Cool. Oh, all right.
Yep.
Well, that one's just fucking around and eating things. So
yeah, hey, he's on vacation. That's what you do. You eat attendance. You relax.
I was that little guy, because if I fit inside a hut's mouth, I'd be like, "Nah, man, we trading, we switching."
Maybe it's a big tip.
I'm sending a Wookiee to go feed him his food. He ain't gonna try to eat a Wookiee.
I don't think he died, because he said again. He said not this again.
What?
You mean you don't think he died? Oh, you're saying he passed?
I think he eats them all. I
think he meant like, oh, the fucking hut just ate an attendant. Now he's eating another one.
Yeah,
that hut just is like fucking eating. Like, oh shit, not it again.
Not the attendant just worked his way through his intestinal system. And got
I don't think
he
pooped it out and then came back. No, I was like, oh shit, he's eating attendants again, and now I'm the one getting eaten.
It's like Boba Fett. That's what happened right there.
Yeah, like the Sarlacc.
Yep.
Anyways, we get some. Wayseeker, you're better with the pronunciations than me. The language written on the wall here is Urakatat. Urakatat, which apparently language has been around since the Old Republican was related to the ancient Sith language. So interesting little side note. I don't know that plays into anything.
It didn't play into anything. I was hoping there was gonna be more to it. It seemed like.
Could anybody translate it? Has anybody translated it on the internet yet? Usually,
I'm sure they tried. I don't know that it probably translates to gibberish. I don't know that you could see all of it either. But
it says drink more Ovaltine.
Yeah, right. All right, what do we get next?
Commercial?
Drink Brondo. Thirst mutilator. So if kids having fun on an adventure more, Wim's code name for the walkie-talkie is Jedi 1 and Neil's code name is Jedi 2.
Yeah.
That's
walkie-talkies.
That's fine. They've been Jedi forever. That's part of their. That's probably their nicknames they've had before the adventure.
It's the same things before the adventure.
Glad I got your approval, Wayseeker.
This one's fun.
Yeah, man, no problem. Okay, here we go.
This thing was stupid.
I love this. Catalyst is my new favorite character. Okay. How dare you dislike Catalyst?
I can see why. But yeah, he's pretty funny. Like, yeah.
So Catalyst apparently is this giant Cthulhu-like squid creature who at first is very intimidating, but then he's bored. He wants to be entertained. So Wim and Fern tell him about their adventure, and that entertains him. So
this is what I don't know. Okay, this is one that I got to ask about this. What is this guy's deal? Was he in the spa chilling, like as a customer?
He's so big. That was like the only place in the spa for him, is what I took.
So he's a customer.
I thought he lived there. I thought this was like his home.
Because he calls her an attendant and everything.
I thought he was a.
See, I didn't. That's where I was. Was he part of the security system, or was he not part of the security system? Called him attendant because he thought he like lived there. Okay, but that makes sense that he was in the spa. Okay.
Yeah, I think
that's just the only place in the spa that could hold him. Is that giant?
Cool as fuck, man. I thought this was great. I thought this is fucking amazing.
I like to talk.
Why?
Because it was fun.
It was fun. Why do you hate life so much, Wayseeker?
Yeah, why hate fun?
I mean, shit. You just can't have simple fun? Fuck, how miserable is it? Holy shit, man.
It's all right, but you also got to admit, it was a little goofy. I get you. There's nothing
wrong with it's supposed to be
Goonies.
Hold on. It's supposed to be fucking goofy. They go, hey, we're going to give you some goofy shit. And then you're like, oh, this shit was goofy. Yeah, what the fuck did you think it was going to be? They gave you what you asked for.
No, you know what they did? Goonies fucking cut out the octopus scene. They didn't give us the octopus scene. They referenced the octopus scene, but they actually cut that shit. No, we can't have
I thought this guy was funny when he was being a jackass. And he's like, oh, dude. He's like, yo, just tell me a story. And then he goes, yeah, that guy's a jackass.
I think it's funny, too, that he was the second individual in this episode who didn't even know Jod, who almost is immediately like, takes a whiff of him and says, don't trust this guy.
Don't trust this fucking guy.
Yeah. For sure. Thought it was good.
This was very much the penitent man from the Last Crusade. I'm sure everybody caught. I thought this was also hilarious. Neil, of course, sets off the trap because he's Neil, and it decapitates, or would have decapitated everyone, but the kids are luckily they're short enough that it doesn't. Yeah. And then John.
Look, Neil's face giving 0 fucks too while this is going on. Love it, dude. He's just like, ah, shit. He goes, what? What's that?
Yeah.
Nothing.
The only one who seemed like he realized it was a trap was Wim. Wim's the only one who was scared.
Yeah.
Well, Finn looks like she shat herself. But...
There's your favorite character.
Fuck this.
And then what behind him isn't much better either.
No. I took this down there with him.
Yeah, she was down there with him. So I took this image and brightened it up so we could see everything. But the person who's not there is Brutus, right?
He is not. Yeah.
So
Brutus.
Brutus is the wolf guy.
The wolf guy.
The wolf guy.
You're the current leader. Yeah. So he's missing. So there's definitely more pirates after them. This was not the whole crew that ventured down into the tunnel after him.
Thank God. Hopefully they killed Urkel.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you that here in a minute. But so the riddle, this reminded me a lot of Lord of the Rings and old
Neil did look like he's stoned. He just does not give a fuck. But Zero's given. That's my man.
They unlock the underground entrance by throwing a piece of gold in there, and that drains the acid out of the pool. But that very much reminded me of old role-playing tropes, kind of.
Right.
In the trophy room, we get this interesting-looking lightsaber. There was all kinds of speculation of whether or not it was somebody's. It doesn't really match perfectly to anyone.
Like a High Republic one.
The gold kind of ornateness of it definitely makes it seem more pre-Galactic War. So like early Clone Wars, High Republic, even later.
Yeah.
So kind of reminded me a little bit of Mace Windu a little bit. And we got there's only one. Oh, Marco left. This was going to be my big reveal for him. The moment he was.
Yeah, we heard him. We heard Urkel.
Yeah. So the only person left when they refill the acid pit that you could hear screaming in Silvo is Gunter. So Gunter is Urkel's character. So Urkel may be dead. Hopefully Urkel's dead.
Nobody's sad about that one.
Yeah, nobody will miss Gunter / Urkel.
So
the pirate.
Here's the thing I didn't understand. Why did SM33 go forward with this when he's not the captain?
When he's not the captain yet? Yeah, that was a little inconsistency. I noticed that too.
So, kind of bugged me.
It could be too that SM33 just thought it was the right thing to do because, to save the kids, protect the captain at the same time as protecting them. But might be like, oh, that's a good idea, so we'll do it. Hard to say exactly. But then we get the holo and the captain's log of Tack Renard here, which we obviously assume. Yeah, One-Eyed Willie of Star Wars. It's the big reveal is obviously that we kind of spoiled earlier is the fact that it's the last remaining Old Republic mint. So all those dataries that we've been seeing Wim carry around and everything are all made from that Old Republic mint, and it is called the Planet of Eternal Treasure for that reason. Apparently, they have an endless supply of the stuff there. Which they can mint, but it's interesting that you didn't actually get to see Tack Renard at all. I don't know if they're saving that maybe because there's some big reveal, or maybe he's related to somebody. Maybe Jod is somehow related. I don't know. I assume there's some sort of reason there. Yeah, at this point in the story,
actor will
go. Look at that. Speculating it's the same species as Neo. I don't believe that one, but
yeah, and I've seen also too that he may be Nihil. And that's why they're doing it. And, there was a big reveal later that it could be Nihil connected. I don't know.
No, but don't you remember the stained glass in the first one? It looked very humanoid-like. I have a feeling that first stained glass that we saw in the mom's house is probably...
So you think he's the supervisor, kind of?
I think he's the supervisor. And then the people that he had there...
older than that, though.
But, I think the supervisor's been around for a lot longer than that.
No, what I'm saying... Yeah, but... I'm saying that's when he got there and decided to cultivate the planet. Like that's when he decided to take over.
We also don't know what species it is. So obviously some species live for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So,
well, no, what I'm saying is like let's say the guy landed, let's say the pirate guy lands on the fucking planet, right? There's people already on that planet. And let's say it's a mixed race of people, right? You've got the Neo race, the trumpet, you've got all the ones we see already on there. We get the hammerheads and everything else. When he comes down, there's something about him. This isn't outside the pocket of Star Wars because it's happened before during the Sith Wars, during everything else. He comes down there, says, "Hey, I can help you out. Maybe keep you isolated so that people don't try to steal this because, maybe there was a problem. Maybe something happened." He kills all the pirates and says, "Look, these pirates are coming down here. I'm not a pirate. I'm here to protect you from these people coming in here and trying to steal the mint stuff for you." He makes them create the program, the greater good, which is an isolationist system, which would make sense. Huh? Sorry.
The greater good.
Yeah, big word. Yeah, for the greater good. Got it.
Doing hot fuzz.
Yeah, but he makes them do that, which creates this thing where he's still on top of the whole world. And yeah, he could still be around. He could be in a fucking back a tank. I don't know how that shit works.
I think he was the guy we saw stabbed in the first episode and pinned against the wall. But
I think he was too. I think the captain's dead.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Well,
but that doesn't mean that he didn't.
But I'm just saying, like, if you look at the only reason I'm saying it is if you look at that wall, there's a visualization of a savior. Like, it's a picture. It is very reminiscent of like the Romantic scholar when they were drawing pictures of religious atmospheres of the savior coming down, no matter which savior you look at. If you're like,
maybe I could see the captain being dead, and that's whose knife that Jod took.
Jod has,
that the mutiny, whoever the mutiny leader was, that's who's now the supervisor.
Well, yeah, right.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, there's an interesting part they mentioned earlier, and that the person who betrayed him, and at least Bernard thought he killed the whole lot of them, but the person who betrayed him was his concubine. Maybe the supervisor is that concubine.
Yep.
That could be, that could be it. What if the concubine was a dude, though?
Well, maybe the concubine is a dude.
That's what I'm saying. It could be a dude. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't know.
Because that gives you, because that gives
aliens who knows they don't identify the same way we do.
Hey, but what I'm saying is that gives that picture purpose, right? Because they could say, look, I killed the pirate, I'm going to create this system. Because remember, it all goes back. I'm saying system, but that's not the words they were using on the planet. They're using something else.
It's like a Westworld type thing, right? Where the creator may even be dead in the spirit of it's kind of just these robots.
Keeps going on.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, I think it's a point of the 12 or however many of these Adden, Zakin, whatever all the ats were. They were vault systems, but then it got to a point where all of them were cleared out except for one, and they decided to agree with this. Whoever
we don't know if they were all cleared out.
Might be to say, hey, let's cut ourselves off from the rest of the shit, and
that could have been it too.
Their societies were all toppled in some way, right? Because that's what we saw.
But we don't know when. We don't know when it toppled because, like, we saw one that, and it was in a place where they scraped a scene off. But at one point, that was the center hub. Now they could have gone in there and cleared that. The pirates could have gone by and cleared the leadership, and then the concubine said, like, "Hey, look, these pirates have killed these worlds off, blah blah blah, and here I'm your savior." But yeah, I have no doubt.
He didn't have to use the Force all the time.
No,
I don't get that.
Parlor trick.
I don't think it's a huge misstep. I don't think it's a big deal.
I was going to get to that maybe a little bit later, but yeah.
I mean, considering there was a trap associated, maybe, but I think it was also to the point that he wanted to show the kids that, look, we can do this without setting off traps just by making it through.
I had theories up until this episode that he, wasn't actually using the Force. He was using some kind of trick. And when I saw it a couple of times in this episode, because everything he moves is metal for the most part, right?
Fucking Magneto.
Yeah, well, the gloves, because he's wearing the gloves the whole time. But then I went back, and I actually went back and checked. Went on to episode 2 when he first uses it. And when he moves that key, although he moves it, like I said, a lot more alertly and slower, he's not using the gloves. He's not wearing the gloves, I should say. He's wearing all throughout this. So I don't know if the gloves maybe somehow amplify his Force power or something, but as far as him using the Force, he seemed to have used it without the gloves on. So, but he also seems to use it more casually here because he even uses it with the coin thing and then throws it in there.
Well, but maybe he just uses it sparingly. Like he doesn't. Yeah, the pirates don't seem to know. The pirates don't seem to know that he has the Force, and they already have created mutiny and took him over. If you have that power, they would use you as a slave. Like,
well, not only that too. It's something he obviously wants to keep a secret first, right? Because that's what he tells.
That's
the kids.
A trope, John. Well, John, hold on. The glove thing it's a trope in Star Wars where they can equip stuff like almost like Dr. Aphra and her arm thing with the implants that they can do implants where they can fork face fake Force usage.
with magnets or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why even the girl has said, like, how could you do it? Strings for magnets, like
magnets. Yeah. Well, we saw it in Obi-Wan too. That's the one fake Jedi guy was using magnets. Anyhow, the with the thing, like, I think that's more of a thing of like he's used the Force pretty sparingly, at least up until this point, in an effort to keep the fact that he can do it secret, probably.
Or maybe it just wears him out. Like, he uses the Force and it drains it.
So why, if he can reach over it and do it with his regular hand, why would he use the Force for something like that?
Plus, too, if you're not used to if you're used to hiding the Force, it wouldn't be the first thing you go to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But
like
also that trap door might come up here in the scene after this. But which way? This is the scene where we get the pirate code thing.
No, but hey, if they're hunting Force users, and that's what I'm saying. If you don't use it, if you're used to not using it,
they're trying to save on budget.
But if you're also used to not using it for many years, and there's many reasons why he wouldn't use it. Force users at one time are being hunted. If you're around a bunch of pirates, they would enslave somebody who could use the Force. Like, so you haven't been using it for a while. You probably would only use it.
I get it, but let's all. I think to Venom's point, let's not defend just an obvious, not obvious, but a possible.
Yeah, it could just be an obvious oversight.
It's the same point. Of why the fuck did he use the Force to throw the goddamn coin in when he could have just tossed the shit? Like,
yeah.
Well, I think the thing with the trap door, and I'll maybe get to it here in a minute. I think there was a reason they were pointing that out too, when he sat on it and it reflected out and came back up. So, but
all right, next.
So we get to see what the pirate here. I thought the pirate code obviously comes from Pirates of the Caribbean, I would think. I don't know what other pirate code references. Yeah. But we get I thought it was interesting the fact that, like, in Pirates of the Caribbean, the explanation is like the code is actually more like just guidance. But I thought about it, to a droid, it would actually probably be a pretty hard and fast thing that he has to listen
hard and
to.
fast.
Yeah. It's a rule
program. So of course we get Fern tries to fight him.
But he wasn't gonna hurt Fern. Come on now.
I
Fern
think
should know that.
The interesting part was he saved, and that's one reason I think they did the trapdoor thing, was an excuse to give him to show him saving the kids one more time before he did this.
Yeah, before he
betrayed the kids, and to show that he probably really, I know he says it when he's fighting her or whatever, but he doesn't really want to hurt them, and I think he's actually kind of honest about it.
But why does he even do it?
Why does he do what?
To get control, right?
But why does he get control?
Because he's got to get in order to take over. So there's two reasons. Right, he knows, and it's actually real in this scene because Fern says, like, "Hey, when you take us back, you're gonna get a big reward, right?" And he kind of lets out this big visual sigh, and that's when I think he decides to do what he's gonna do. But I think that sigh is the message that he knows that when he takes those kids back to Aden and the way things work, he's gonna, one, get no reward because they don't have any authority to give him a reward. But two, he also will not be treated as this big hero. He's gonna be arrested probably, maybe even killed or something, because he's basically violating their secret.
But he wants to go to Aten anyways. He's still going to go.
He backstabs everybody anyways.
Now he can. It doesn't matter. He doesn't need the kids.
He knows how to get there. He can still get there.
And by winning this, he has control over SM-33 and the ship.
And not just that. Now he also has.
Doesn't make sense. He can still get there.
Oh, hold on. Now he's also got something to trade. Yeah, because he also wants to be. He still wants to be in charge of that fucking pirate crew, which allows him to have that power now.
Right?
Yeah.
The kids are hostages now.
Well, he just doesn't want to have to listen to the kids either. He's the one making the decision of how we roll in and how
I'm the boss now. I'm the captain.
Think about what happened earlier in this episode when he was trying to get all the kids to listen to him for so long, and the interference to that has been, and the interference to that of him taking control has been the fact that Fern is the captain and 33 will listen.
And then the robot will fucking
and
murder him.
That's what. So now I'm in charge. It's fine.
All right, next up.
I think it worked fine.
Yeah, but like Wake Seeker said, he wasn't actually going to hurt her. He was just like, come on, just say it. Come on.
Yeah, he was like, come on, just say it.
It's like when your older brother's trying to get you to say uncle in a fight. Huh?
Yeah.
Say uncle. Say uncle.
This was Tom's moment because he told us it was going to be a lightsaber and it was going to be Jod's mother that's going to have a lightsaber. But we got a lightsaber.
Yeah. But I felt for women.
He did say something about Jod's mother, didn't he?
He did. Yes, he totally did.
He did. Yeah, he did. But I thought one thing that I thought was interesting was I couldn't quite tell when he says it, but so Finn or Wim at one point is just holding a lightsaber, right? And Jod says the line of like, "Careful, this isn't one of your stories." Does he recognize the fact that that's a lightsaber in his hand? Do you think? and he knows that he's going to ignite it upside down.
Yes, I knew he was going to ignite it upside down. Like I think he did too. Like I think we all did.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be that Rick and Morty thing where they light it up and it just keeps going.
It's vertical.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn it, Morty! How'd you get
Who
straight
drops a
vertical?
lightsaber? How'd you get it straight vertical? Yeah, but I think Wim's due a redemption moment after this. I felt bad for him. He wanted to be a hero so bad.
He did almost spade and neuter himself. That is true.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, what else we got? No.
Let's see. We're on to the next one. The next one is so I thought this was interesting. I think another reason why they may have highlighted the thing. Obviously, Jod's looking for the way out. I think maybe the trapdoor might be the way out. Because it seemed like Wim at the last second said, I got it. Like he figured something out and hit the button, and that was the way out. So I don't know. I could be wrong.
That's the secret escape. It's not a trap to kill them. That's the hey, I got
the way out of the treasure. Yeah.
Oh,
that's the treasure taught us anything. There's always a secret way out of the treasure.
Yeah.
So maybe that was it. Then we get to our last shot of Jod takes up the lightsaber, ignites it. Well, it makes the sound of igniting at least, so we assume he ignites it. I actually put 4. I put 3 possible background things, and then I added a last one. But yeah, as far as anybody's opinion, and you can say you love or hate him as we go, however you want to do it, but say we disappointed or not disappointed if Jod is a Padawan Order 66 survivor.
Yeah, I think there's one.
Go ahead. What do you think?
You want to go all of them, or you cover one by one?
Well, which answer I'd prefer.
Well, what do you think they're going to do? I think it's more important what you think they're actually going to do with the show, as opposed to what you want it to be.
These are more guidelines.
Fan writing this thing.
I think that because of how they've already done these and not done shit that we figured they were going to do for regular. Like the regular cheese, but like the regular just corny ass, like, oh, I am Rey Skywalker now. Like they're not doing that. They're doing stuff to make fun of things, but they're not doing the like, I'm Rey Skywalker. Where I think they've made fun of certain parts in the past. And one of the things that they haven't touched about, and I'm bringing up Rey Skywalker for a reason, is the Broom Boy, right? Broom Boy in circles of Star Wars is still talked about a lot because it's like anybody can have the power, including the Broom Boy. Well, if you're going back to doing that type of theory, because obviously the I am a Skywalker theory does not go over well. Just ask 4 Deadly Venoms. But they can do Broom. He can be Broom Boy. He could be. I don't
think there's any problem with Broom Boy. I mean. I think the difference between Broom Boy is there's no Jedi Order anymore that's going to identify Broom Boy to go bring him into school and say, hey, you're one of us.
Yeah, I get it. We're
taking you to Hogwarts. Like,
but he could be. But the universe is huge, and he could be Broom Boy. Like he could.
No, I know. I get that. What I'm saying is, but there is now no order to bring in.
Right, I get that too. I understand that too. But if they do,
what happens to the Broom Boys? But there's no order to bring them to. They just exist in the world.
They become scoundrels and run around the world.
They do whatever
they're
the
wildling Jedis or whatever, right? They're what Ezra was, or what Shin Hati was.
He's Mop Man.
Yeah. You're bringing Mance Raider into this all of a sudden?
He's Broom Boy's dad, Mop Man.
I think the problem.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Saying the same thing. Yeah, he is fucking. I think without Kanan, he is fucking Ezra. He is,
I think it's 3. I
hope it's 3.
I mean, I think he knows stories of Jedi because he's a Force user. So someone probably
even not a stories
of Jedi.
Now he's a Jedi.
Now he's seeing a lightsaber for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he did have a very odd look. It was wasting. That's a good point. It was a very odd look and action to turn on the lightsaber. Like, oh, that's how that actually works.
Mm-hmm.
So
he even had to look for where the button was, kind of.
Yeah.
Which it is a different lightsaber than he'd be used to. But yeah. To me, I'm kind of torn between 2 and 3. At first, I thought faking it, but after going back and checking that one thing, I still don't know. I still maybe have a little bit of that, but it'd be hard to fake some of the stuff he's faked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be too hard to fake it. So I think
But they're probably gonna go with 1. but I would hope they.
I hope not. I think
they
one would be too easy to trope. Like my hope is for I'd be fine with a number 3 where he's kind of this lifelong scoundrel who
he's the little boy said, Master Anakin. Are you here to save
uses
us?
them? Uses them when he's like able to do it or something like that. And maybe it's a mix of these. It could be a mix of 1 and 3, for instance. He could be a Kanan, right? He'd be about that age. He could be a Kanan who is just bad, right? Because Kanan was on the run, kind of with a smuggler for a long time. And maybe that's what happened with Jabba. Maybe he got mixed up with a pirate crew or a smuggler.
Yeah, that's
crew
what. Yeah,
like
exactly. It could be that. It could be where his master, like what happened to all the Padawans that were out in the field when the master died, but they saved them. They would turn to something like this, and they would have this like anger and want to be in charge of something and reach out. I could see that happening. I just hope they don't do that.
Because if he was being truthful with Wim, he has one interesting line with their interaction, which is like he said when he talks about attachments and all that.
Yeah.
And he says, just get rid of them. That's what I did. Which maybe, as a Padawan, he moved on with his.
But I think you do that as a.
Yeah, but you could do this pirate too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. He's also technically he's old enough. He would be about like Anakin's age, kind of, right? As far as age wise goes, he's technically old enough that he could have also had a Padawan, and maybe somehow been responsible for that Padawan's death during Order 66. And he's the
because this is what? How many is it? I looked because I had to look it up to be sure.
I think it's roughly
9 years after.
It's about 9 or 10.
Yeah, it's about 9 to 10 years after. So
it was like 5 after Jedi or so ish.
Yeah,
or something like that. Or
assuming he's playing around the actor's age, which he's 50 years old.
Yeah.
So assuming he's playing around the actor's age, he's basically like say 40 to 50 years old.
Yeah, but here's one that they haven't touched on. It might be a way to touch on it. What about Jedis that are above the age? They've said it before. We've passed on people who were above the age of training. So what if they play him out as he was just one that got passed over?
A reject kind of.
Yeah, like they put him through some of the training stuff.
That's kind of what I was thinking with number 2. Like he's a maybe a relative of a Jedi or was a child of a Jedi or something like that, but didn't get accepted into the order.
You think we're going to get the answer to this? I don't think we're going to.
I don't know. I would be fine. I'd almost be fine with no answer versus even like
do it in a book or a comic.
He's another Order 66 escapee or something.
Yeah,
I would actually be better with no answer.
Really, I don't want reject Jedi. I want the universe to be bigger than that. I don't think everything has to be fit. So
he just never got found by the Jedi. That's fair enough. Like
that, and that would be fine by me if that's what his story is.
Yeah.
Or like you said, he was too old, and he was like, you know what? Fuck, he's 12. We ain't bringing his ass.
Yeah, we ain't bringing him in here. No.
But I find his relationship with the kids.
Don't do that shit no more. Don't be making shit move with your mind. We'll come and get you.
I'd be okay with him being like a young knight or something that lost his Padawan. His Padawan got killed or something like that.
Tired
because
of it.
The way he relates to kids, I think, matters a little bit in the show, and for that reason, that's why I kind of be okay with that as far as his motivations go. But I don't know.
All right. Well, that was good. That was a good review. Glad y'all stayed for that. Next up, the 10 things, the hot 10 Star Wars.
Score it real quick.
Score it.
My bad. Let me pull it back up. I actually really like. Well, go ahead. I really like this episode. I really did, man.
For the record, so we get a score out there. Dom gave it a 9.5. Everybody, that was Dom's score for this week's.
Was that a score? I don't.
9.5.
Marco's not giving anything less than 9.5. I can't imagine he's going to give this one less.
Not going to give this less than 9.5.
Marco is like.
No, I really like this. I thought the corny shit was corny. I enjoy it. It's an easy watch. It's literally an easy watch, and then you see these things, and you're like, okay, cool, man. Like, it's not hard. It moves at a very good pace. He's already we knew he was going to betray the kids.
I get that.
He did that already. They're moving along. Not only that, but they don't just stop it there like, oh, he betrayed the kids. The kids jumped in a fucking hole. Like, dude, they're moving. This is dude. We're going fast.
Well, this is where I think the difference in how we watch this is actually what's coming into play, though. Because I did binge. You said, oh, it'll play better if it binges.
I didn't think so. Somebody told me that. But
yeah, I don't think it does play better as a binge because when I binged it, I got kind of like silliness after not silliness, but I mean, I'm just like I said, some of these characters are just not likable. Fern's just not likable. She's not likable as a kid. Like she's that annoying kid who don't want you to hang around.
Wim. Well, so Wim. I mean, but
And
some people think
too,
women.
That's what I'm saying. Those two, I don't like either of them. I like Ned or Neil.
Neil,
Don't
don't you dare
Nubs.
disrespect Neil like that again.
Nubs.
He feels like a Ned more than a
Nobody
Neil.
likes Nubs. Shut your mouth.
No,
Neil. I mean, but yeah, dude. I mean, we got cool stuff. They got to the treasure room.
Yeah, we
they
got cool
fucking.
stuff. We got
Hey,
so much
they
stupid
said
stuff, too.
they burnt the fuck out of Urkel. The most annoying character by far was fucking Urkel, and they fucking acid bat that
We got
motherfucker.
Cthulhu monster, which was stupid.
Cthulhu monster's great.
I like
Shut
that.
up.
We got
Lazy
kids
Sinker.
jumping around like they're stupid.
That's what kids do.
It was maybe a 7.
I don't think
Maybe a
Lazy Sinker actually
7.
has
That's
a
what
child.
kids do on vacation. These fucking kids aren't on vacation. They're on
They
the
were
run
on the
from
vacation
pirates
planet,
trying to
bro.
kill them.
Bro, you vacation in Vermont, so nobody's excited to ever be in Vermont. But if you actually take kids, multiples, to any place that's dope as fuck, they lose their shit no matter how well they behave.
No, they don't. This is
Wayseeker, you have a 9-year-old woman
Again,
that you can tea with.
You are not taking kids anywhere.
Back to the kids thing.
I'm going to be generous.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm taking my kids to Japan. I take them everywhere.
Talk about you taking your kids. These are not kids with their parents. This is kids with the hobo down the street.
They don't give a shit. They don't
Kids with the
care.
hobo down the street.
No,
down the street, they met in
they're
jail.
not with
No,
no,
gotta get home.
Pete, they're not with a hobo down the street. They're with this cool ass Jedi and
They
this
met in
fucking
jail.
sweet ass robot. Yeah.
They are the guy's not cool. They don't like the guy. He's not
They
cool.
don't trust them.
Yes, everybody keeps telling them not to trust them, but they keep trusting the guy.
No, they don't trust him.
I think
100% they do.
They don't
I
trust
think
them.
the
They
kids-
don't
No, in the episode before where John comes with all the fucking camel piss,
I
they're
think
all
you
like,
can't
"Oh, you saved us. You
I think the
saved us,
kids-
John."
I think the kids, honestly,
That's
for the
gross,
most
Neil.
part,
Must be
trust
good.
him, except for Fern. I think
Yeah.
Neil. I think because even when he turns bad here, Neil's kind of surprised and even cries,
Yeah.
"No, John!" Like I think Neil
They
and
like the
Wim trust him.
Neil's like the thing.
They
that's
like
not
the dude.
trustworthy.
They like the
Yeah.
dude. They really did like him, and they trusted him.
He stole his credits. He's still mad about that.
No, he's just a butthurt ass kid all the time. Look, man, you guys got one kid. You got to have. Look at this guy teach. Wait, hey, let's ask Wookiee Fanatic. He knows children. They come in
Yeah.
all different types of sizes.
Wookiee fanatic.
Kids not with
their
the
story.
parents.
Come on now.
He ain't the parents.
I'm
know,
almost
what
with
I'm
Dom
saying.
too. I'm going to give it a 9 because I'm almost with Dom too. There's a point out there for some of the more weird stuff that I didn't necessarily think gelled too well, but overall, I still got to give it a 9.
No, I thought this was arguably one of the best episodes that they've had so far.
Say that every week.
It paced well. It paced.
This was better than the last two. I think.
Oh, it was better than the last one.
And we got lightsabers. We moved this along. We're not fucking around. We're finding out at this point. And I like that. Like, I like the fact that they're moving the story along. They're finding out. Sure, okay, he didn't grab the pork roast with the Force. Who gives a shit? Like, that's what we're nitpicking at.
We got mall cops.
Hey, you guys were complaining last week. You guys were complaining last week that we didn't get the parents. They don't care enough. We got the fucking parents this week.
To this
10s out of all you guys.
I don't think so.
Well, yeah,
I don't
dude,
think
I'm
it's
still. This
gonna
is
be
good.
tied that
9-5.
closely to him.
I'm gonna watch it after this show.
9-5.
Again.
You are crazy, Marco.
Dude,
All right,
this is a
Pete,
good show.
What'd you give it? Pete, what's your number? Yeah.
He gave it a 9. Solid episode.
9. No, 9s.
Could be an
A
assist. I don't know if he's an assist.
A 7 because I like the Goonie aspects of it and the
No, you don't.
the Last Crusade bits with the
You said
the
those were the
Pentagon
goofy
cap.
things you didn't like.
Yeah, you
No,
just said
I
you
don't-
didn't like any of the Goonies shit.
No, I didn't say I didn't like the Goonie shit.
Yes, you did.
No, I was waiting for when the Goonie shit was gonna happen because the whole goddamn show premise to me read Goonies, and I had to wait fucking 5 episodes to get my Goonie shit.
So you're kind of doing this on a curve of watching everything at the same time.
Well,
Well,
no,
you can't-
I did
You
watch
can't
it.
tell me that episode 1 didn't have a lot of Goonies stuff in it.
No, well, that's the thing. I watched episode 1 when it came out. I haven't
Oh,
watched
then you-
anything
okay.
else
I gotcha.
until last night. Last night I watched
There you
2,
go.
3, 4, and 5, all back to back, and it was like, okay, when are we getting there? All right, what are we doing now? I don't like this kid. Why are you letting her be captain?
Yeah, 7 is
See
respectable.
you next
It's better than
Tuesday.
last
This is
week's
annoying the
episode.
shit out of me.
It's not great. It's
All
I agree. It's
I want to
seven.
know is everybody but Wayseeker thought Catalos was pretty awesome. Right?
No, I didn't like the
Oh, you don't like Catalos.
Well,
I
no,
didn't
yeah,
like
because
Audrey
now that
Tautou.
he doesn't like the Goonie thing. Remember, he wants Goonie thing.
No,
but
I
he
got
doesn't
no
like
problem
Goonie.
with Goonies. I didn't like Audrey too.
Anyways,
Little
what do you
shot
got?
hard.
What do you got? I wasn't listening to anything those two dudes were saying. What do you got, JJ?
I told you I had 9. Got a 9.
Oh, 9. Sweet. Yeah, I'm with JJ. That's cool. That's all
I'm
I
not
can
here
hear.
to convince you.
Oh, I'm not worried.
I'm
about
talking
that.
to the people. I'm talking to the
The
audience.
people aren't listening to you.
I'm giving up.
You just contradicted yourself on like 3 things, bro.
Yeah. You know what the jumping on bed thing reminded me of?
What?
You remember Vegas Vacation? There was Nick Papagiorgio.
Oh yeah.
And we see the hotel room, and the first thing he does is go and jump on the bed.
Yeah, and I get that. And again, that vibe would have played better earlier on in the series. But at the point when they literally are being chased by pirates that these kids have met, it's not some obscure concept.
I don't think
danger. It's not like some obscure concept of danger. These kids are legit.
I've never heard
their lives all of 3 hours ago.
Yeah,
in
cool.
Showtime or whatever the fuck it was. Like,
so your kids at all times listen to every single thing you do. They never do some shit and don't listen. I think that's what they were showing there is that these kids
you keep playing this on like this is fucking Family Vacation. I'm talking about if this were my
kids, it is.
It's not
You're
a family
acting
vacation.
like these kids are fucking 90.
My kids don't care.
Kids don't care. They see a fucking butterfly. Kids see a fucking butterfly. They start fucking looking up in the air. No, a kid farts. They start laughing and rolling on the ground.
You don't understand kids.
No,
dude.
Kids again. How old are these kids in the show?
Maybe.
I don't think they give their specific ages. I assume they were like 10 to 12, but
maybe
12. They're going for their testing.
All I'm saying,
they're
my
probably
son
9.
At 12 is a lot different than my son at 8. They're completely different ages. It's not
10-year-olds. No, hold on now.
Butterflies and bullshit.
No,
like
10-year-olds still. If somebody farts, they fucking think it's the greatest thing in the world.
I get. We're not talking about farting.
They do the little fort craft fucking thing.
Take a 10-year-old and leave them at Grand Central Station and say, "Find your way home."
No, we do not want
how fucking cheery and joyful they are.
Heresy. Heresy. You had too much eggnog.
Let's get Dom back. I'm in for Dom back. All right, let's get to the hot 10 things that we like this year. I asked the boys to throw up a couple things, and they're like, the comics suck this year. I said, we ain't lying, but it doesn't have to be comics. We can throw in a couple comics that are doing pretty well, and besides that, let's throw in some other cool shit that kind of sold and been doing pretty good or stuff that we actually liked. I was going to put Skeleton Crew on this, but we have the curmudgeon Pete and Wayseeker with his fucking 80-year-old daughter on the show, so he couldn't do that. But let's start off with a couple comics because we got to do something. I was going to use the top 10 thing we used to use on the thing, but I didn't. So excuse the break. Number 1 on the list. Here we go. This is actually still surprising. People like this. People like Wookiees in general. They like this Wookiee and they like the artist. Yeah. This came out. This is the Star Wars, the Acolyte. Kalnaka. Is that how you still say it? Kalnaka. Yeah. The Kalnaka, number 1. The book is what the book is. It is what it is. But the 1 to 100 Virgin, it's still selling on average for $130, and that's pretty good for any Star Wars book in the last 3 years.
Is that raw?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's good for any book.
For sure.
The over ratio, that's good.
There was actually would have been higher. There was some fucking low ass sale that was a one-off. So, but yeah, that's pretty good. Well, I guess that'd be 10. The other book that we decided to use here, and I have to say, Vader was terrible at this, but Maul seemed to be able to work it out, is the Red, Black, and White series. Actually, I was surprised, too, about how much the version for fucking that stupid Frank Miller was selling. I figured that would have been a $5 book. It is not. But a 9.8 of this book, and I know Wayseekers is saying, what about the Raws that were selling for like $179, $200? But a 9.8 sold recently for $325.99. Which I actually really do like this. If you've seen this in person, it has almost like brush strokes on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, man.
It's good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we leave comics and we get into video games. I did cut this down, but Wayseeker sent this one to us on October 6th. This sold. And JJ said, yeah, dude, this shit sells all different ways. But this one was factory sealed. Still had the plastic on it, had all the stuff look good, and the box was very clean. Some of the other ones,
corners look sharp on that.
This went for $684. But even the ones that aren't in good shape or the seals are broken go for like $400 if they say it's factory sealed, but not like this one. Took all the pictures down. Man, bro.
Because this will get a decent grade.
They sell the box for fucking like $40. Is it the box?
This is one of the more expensive Star Wars games, especially for that era. Rogue Squadron kind of came around at the same time for the 64, but there was many more copies of it. Shadows of the Empire was kind of out of nowhere. So.
I don't buy it.
Still have my game.
I played a lot of Rogue Squadron.
Yeah,
I don't have the box or anything. I probably still have my game somewhere.
I didn't do Rogue Squadron. Instead, I decided to do a little bit different. I decided to do a graded version of an Xbox game because everybody likes Knights of the Old Republic, even though they didn't realize you could be a chick as a starting character. But sealed version at 9.8. I actually had this done for Dom to troll him, but he's not here, so we can't troll him how he never played this video game, and you could be a chick. But sold October. 9.8
playing a chick character in a game.
Dom thinks there is.
Dom apparently thinks there is.
I know he does. I know he does.
But he also quotes this as being one of the best games of all time.
Yeah.
So,
hey, I was fine being a chick all through Outlaws. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
2003 sealed 9.8 first print. Oh, because it's not doing the remake thing. Okay, I get what you're saying.
It was like
$710.
a player's choice version.
Yeah, the player's choice. Dude, the player's choice for this 64 game, isn't there? There's a player's choice of this, isn't there? Or was one of the other ones?
I don't think for Empire. No,
it wasn't for Empire. It was for something else. I looked at the player's choice. And was it Rogue Squadron? That goes pretty well too. I mean, it's surprisingly above.
Rogue Squadron was fun as shit. Yeah, my roommate, we used to play that all the time in college.
All right, we're gonna get ourselves out of video games because those were our two for video games. We're gonna get into Legos. I did not use the Legos that were suggested to me because we talked about how ridiculous last week was $1,000 Lego, right? We said, wow, that's a lot. It's $1,000 Lego. This is Cloud City. It was 2018 they came out with it. A lot of people missed out on it because it came around, like it started going in. They discontinued in 2019. We know what's happening around that period of time and everything like that. Plus, Legos really were not hot at that point. People were skipping out on stuff. This was actually like one of the first tries at like their adult type Build-A-Center thing. This came with a massive amount of figures and an MSRP for
minifigs on top of the box.
Right. So if you remember the time where they did the Ninjago one, they did. Was it the Daily Bugle? I think it was
20 figures on the top of that thing.
Yeah. So that's what they were doing. They were doing these ones for about $350. They were this. I think it was Bugle, the Ninjago one, and there was one other one. I can't remember what it was. They had a shit ton of figs in them. That was the big selling point. Plus, they gave you a bunch of pieces. This thing was $350 back then in 2018, 2019. It's now averaging at $900, a little bit over on some, depending on the box, a little bit less. You piece it out, it's still expensive as shit. It comes with a little Jango Fett Slave 1 there. It's still Slave 1 in it. Really cool, real cool piece. But these big ones like this.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a little dining room with Vader.
What's that? Yeah. Oh, no, yeah.
The carbonate.
Hold on. Pete, thanks for pulling a fucking dime. All right. So next up, we got the Cloud.
This is a different fucking set.
This is the one. Yeah, I told you to do.
It's a different set.
Yeah, I know it's a different set, but it's got the little slave thing. It's got the
little. The other set had the same thing.
Kyle Project. What? No, this one didn't. Did it? No, the only one that
had a little tiny dining room. Yeah.
Oh, dining room. Well, this one had the Carbonite Han in it. This thing sells for the MSRP of this one in like 2000 and what was it, 6 or whatever the hell this thing came out was only $99.
99 is a freaking ton for 700 pieces. It's a crazy amount of money.
I am telling you right now,
there's something weird about all those sales, but
about this sale, about the 75. But I didn't go there. I went to the actual
piece. This should have been a $70 set.
I thought so too, JJ. Then I went to the block auction one, the one that tracks all the sales on it. This actually is down a little bit at 7.5. And there have been multiple sales between 6.9 and 7.2 on this set.
I do know, the Cloud City set is one of the most expensive ones.
Yeah, it's expensive as shit, dude. So there you go.
They're all Dom. Dom just has like a.
So when you're saying $1,000 for a Lego set's too expensive, dude, there's only 698 pieces in this bitch.
I'll say this for Deadly Venoms. There's entire stores based on just Legos. Like Lego collectors go nuts.
They do.
For like rare sets and stuff. Like
You got to
You think
remember.
we-
So the story.
We go.
No,
into
no,
our
there's
comics?
floor sales
Yeah.
at that price.
The story with this too is like you could only buy. This wasn't in stores. You had to go to Lego stores that had it in stock, or you could order it through online. So it wasn't like and it was something new. And people are thinking at the time, who the fuck's paying $350? I mean, there's still at our Lego store. There's still Daily Bugles, and I don't think they've made the Daily Bugle in like 2 years. So like,
No.
you know what I
There
mean? Like,
are, some expensive sets don't go, but then some sets do go, and then they're still fucking expensive. You know?
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, shit. I got one right here. Fucking Voltron.
Yeah.
This thing's it's like $600 now.
I can't believe I didn't buy that because I saw it on odd special at fucking the Lego store. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll buy it, and I didn't.
My brother got it for me.
Sometimes they're exclusive sets too that also carry price tags.
All right, next up, we move out of that and we move into, you're right, 4 Deadly Venoms. I'm not going to cover fucking bullshit ass statues and stuff because I would rather cover the vintage stuff. We got a little bit in the news. Here we go. Millennium Falcon, the ESB Millennium Falcon sealed. There was a little bit of bumping on the back. You could see little tear marks on the front of some of the poster, a little bit of rubbing there, sticker that nobody gives a shit about stickers.
Weird
There's
stain.
blunting on everything.
I think I like the sticker. The sticker adds authenticity.
Yeah. A couple staining on it. Either way, this thing sold for $1,275 this month. That is crazy. That's also really cool. That guy that's got that $1 million setup, no doubt. Why are Lego so that dude? The collectors of them are just crazy. And then I was suggesting a bunch of other stuff, but I wanted to put up this Boss because I love Boss. I think it's a great character. I think that is
top 10. You just throw in your favorite character for 300.
It was top 10 things that we thought were cool in Star Wars this year. This is one of them.
Yeah,
Nobody else. Hey, hold on. Hold on.
Not you.
Hold on. Hold on. Plus, I might add that some of these card figures, even from Empire Strikes Back, don't go for as much as you think they do, even if they're a little damaged. This one's got a scuff mark on a time, and then there's like a whole chunk taken out here, and this thing still sold for $374.88.
It's
I will never understand why this is your favorite Star Wars character.
That's actually, it's one of mine. I have multiple. This is actually like, for this condition, this figure is selling pretty damn good. It's a high number for the character.
Look.
I understand that's unpunched. The plastic's kind of fucking shaky. It might be a little bit.
Yeah. People pay more.
I mean, it's clear, but it's cool. But this thing sold. It's the 80, the 32 back counter card sealed. It says it's sealed. It's kind of starting to crack, or it's not sealed. Well, we ain't gonna get into that. But it sold for $374.88, which is for this card is a very high price, very very hard price. Let's get out of vintage. Action figures. No, it's not true. All right. A lot of these people, we know, we see them. Some of you guys, you've been posting this because this just landed. People have already started listing them. Just for those people that don't know, the Hasbro Ghost has landed during the holidays. People have been getting them, and it had a whole bunch of stuff to it. We'll cover all the things.
And this cost like 600 originally?
600 originally. So just for the no figures, just for the Ghost and the
ship. Buy it cheaper now through that.
Yeah, wait, you didn't give us the whole price first?
Hold on.
All right, you're giving
Jesus, fuck Dom. 425 average for these.
Asking a simple question. It's logic. The logic is you throw out.
I agree. It makes sense.
Here we go. So here's the story behind these.
Here's
the story. Here's the story behind these. When the first people to start listing these actually either lost money or were breaking even. But the people that later would get on, you'd start to see like more recent prices are $99 on the combo pack, which is an add-on for Sabine and Chopper. So we're already at $550 on average for this thing going out there. So they can be more than this figure. And then it was kind of interesting because each individual figure was kind of in a weird range. Hera started off at 75, more top end sales. There's more sales in the 125 range, 120 to 125 range than there were in the 75 range.
Two thing, the little drum set. That's why.
Kanan actually is one of the best selling ones because you can get 150 was his high on it, but he's also towards the 25, 30, 125, 130. There was somebody who listed all of them at 75, so 75 is the low sale for almost all of them. Ezra, though, Nobody fucking wants Ezra. $92 is the high for Ezra. The low is $75. There's a bunch of sales in the 80s range there.
Nobody.
Zeb started off super low.
What's to say? You're talking shit on Ezra. $54.
He did, but his, hey, he did, but this is why, because he started
trying to change the narrative to fit your own conclusions.
He started off. No, hold on now. He started off at 54. He started off at 54, but the majority of his sales were over $100, and he steadily sells for 125 now. Ezra, once again, still under $100.
Okay.
All right. If you sell the four of them together, mainly 260 to 350. Once again, 260 was kind of the starting price when people were first starting to get them. Now people are getting them. They're selling for 350. The whole thing, though, if you buy it, everything, if you bought in the first 2 days when people were listening, you could get the whole fucking thing for $650. Now they're selling for more like $725. There's actually only like 5 of them that sell this way, though. It's not as
what
many.
What did it cost when it started?
$600
plus shipping.
Yeah. Oh, plus shipping. Yeah, plus shipping.
Shipping was $100 though. I thought something like that.
It might have been. So you make so if you listen to if you did this shit, you made a whopping 50.
So don't buy.
I'm sorry. No, you didn't.
If you're selling it,
none of you selling on eBay. You're not.
No, they're charging it for sale. They're charging. Oh yeah, you're right. You're not. You're taking an L. You're taking an L. You're taking an L. Hey, I will tell you this: there wasn't as like whoever was doing this was kind of stupid, right? Whoever was selling it for this, just I don't know what the fuck they were.
I mean, give it. Yep. I mean, you're right. Let's Marco back.
That's not what I said, dude. He had
I just want out. I just want my money back.
He had one low sale. His high sales, which were multiple high. If you sell one fucking figure for $94, you sell 5 figures for $125. Which deal's better? I don't know, dude.
What do you mean?
Because they only sold one figure for 54. They only sold one figure, but Ezra's was one high for 94, where Zeb's had multiple high sales of 125, although he did have a 54 low. Once again, if people listen instead of Pete talking over it. All right, next up, we're going to cards. This is JJ's. He just gave me the box on this thing. He gave me this box on this thing. So average right now, they're selling for 250, right? That's the average. They're selling a little bit above, a little bit below, but they're selling for 250. However, he sent me this card, so I figured he wanted us to do it. I still think it's a great deal. The last 4 shins that sold between 7 and 110. Now, they did sell for a high previous to this around $300. But I think the numbering thing, JJ, isn't like it's weird if you get a certain number.
Okay. So her numbered cards, the deal is so this was her first set that she's ever been in. And they actually had a lot of autographs for her. They had just a regular autograph, and then you get your parallel numbers, which can be numbered to 99 to 50 to 25, 10, 1, you get the idea. Yeah. But like, it's kind of actually incredible for her because for a regular autograph card for her to sell around like the 77 to 110 price is kind of nuts. Mm-hmm. But like some of her numbered cards, even up into like numbered 50, like this one is here.
Yeah.
We're selling for $300, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because there's some numbered cards for longtime Star Wars actors that even passed away that sell for that price. So her cards in particular have been really high this year as far as autographs.
Well, that's because Spank boys love girls that they're never going to.
I guess, but yeah,
right.
Just don't play them in video games, and you're fine.
They all think that heart's for them.
Yeah. Oh, is that a heart? She puts a heart at the end.
Yeah.
Okay,
I guess but yeah, her autographs are doing very well.
But then we've talked about this, and the price also on this is a little bit down because this was getting to like 750, 800, I think at one point, closer to that, 7 something. But it's down to it's still. They have now, with Star Wars Unlimited, they have released, it's been a month since they re-released the first series. And they've pretty much made this card illegal to play. And for some reason, the showcase is still doing $450 on average. I mean, multiple sales in that like $440 to $460 range. Still for this card for the showcase, it still seems like something that people are collecting and they want to put some type of value to it. And it hasn't lost all value. Now, some of the other cards have lost a great amount of value, but this one hasn't. And this is a non-playable card, as I mentioned before, so I don't understand the retaining.
It's still one of the highest price showcases, too.
It is the highest price showcase, yes.
Yeah.
And then one of the highest classic singles are still also, once again, from this, it's the Hyperspace Luke. For some reason, this card's still at $65, which when a pack is only $4, like pulling a fucking $450 or $65 card seems to be pretty fucking good. So, and by the way, the Vader's still at like $60. I just didn't put it in there anymore. You know, that one used to be like 120, but still in the $50 range. So, I mean, those are things to look at. It's actually, comics hasn't been the greatest thing for Star Wars, but you know, to give it up, even though 4 Deadly Venoms, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I'm just counting real quickly. Just hold on. I'm going to count real quickly 4 Deadly Venoms. But as he does have a little bit of a point.
Count 50.
Yeah, he has a little bit of a point. He does have a little bit.
Order. What the fuck are you doing?
He does have a little bit of a point. He does have a little bit of a point.
You would work at a bank. You know how to organize your shit.
He has a little bit of a point. Oh wait, there's still more in here. He has a little bit of a point. Like the figures, some stuff that aren't comics in Star Wars have been selling for a lot. Like some of the collective pieces.
Sometimes better than the comics in a lot of
a lot better. And actually, even like the small, like they have their peaks, but their fallings, like these cards, the card that he's talking about, the Shin, like those fucking Legos. You know that. We got something special for you next week. Fort Deadly Venom's gonna hate it because he hates Legos, but we got something special for you next week. But yeah, man, I mean the stuff is like really, it's really good.
We do talk about hot toys and statues.
Dude, we just that's Dom's specialty. We can't.
That's more Dom's speed.
Yeah.
More Dom's speed than it is our speed. He wasn't here today to contribute.
Yeah, I got a hot toy for Christmas. I got the dude.
We talk about all the time.
Dom's the toy guy.
4 Deadly Venom. How about this? 4 Deadly Venom. You give me 2 hot toys. You give me 2. What is the other thing he's got? 2 statues. You hit me up in the DMs. I'll highlight them with your name on it. And we'll do it next week while Dom's here so he can talk about it. Yeah, no. I throw out dollars at the polls, not hundreds, buddy. No, I don't go to strip clubs anymore. I'm too old. But yeah, so that's it. That's what we got this week. We got a bunch of stuff. We have a good idea next week. We probably should have done it before, but I think we're going to do it for New Year's anyways because I like the idea so well. And I collect the next thing that we wanted to do it on. That Wayseeker's like, why don't we do these? And I said, okay, fair enough. So we'll cover some of those real quickly next week. Surprise. And then if Deadly Venom gets a stuff, I'm more than happy. Look, here's the deal for Deadly Venom. If you have a problem with the amount of statues, mini busts, and
mini busts,
hot toys that we cover, feel free, man. Cool, man. Yeah. You're right. I don't collect that stuff. I don't get into it, and I'm always impressed with the prices of it. But I'm not gonna say like something sold. Like I could talk to the cards because I see them selling. I can talk to the Legos because I sell them. Like it's a different
market.
I'm in that market. You're in that market.
You're not into it. You're not.
And you're in that market, so you know.
I'm in that market. Yeah, I'm in the market, so I know well. So I know when there's a bad sale when there's not. You know what I mean?
If anybody ever wants us to cover, most anything as long as it's Star Wars related.
Yeah.
Say, hey, like, have you guys seen this? Have you talked about this?
Yeah, feel free, man. Feel free.
Star Wars related because we're Star Wars.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, if it's a story, be careful.
Dom to the show because he liked pop.
Oh, I did too.
Like, hey, we need a pop guy. Let's bring the Dom guy on.
Dom loves pops. I'll bring him on. I'm like, dude, you know pops? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Because we just lost. We had people. So when I used to do the show, we had what was the guy?
You used to do the show.
Yeah, we've only been.
So when I used to do the show with Dom wasn't our first toy guy.
No, I understood that. You've always done the show.
Yeah, but when I used to do the show with a different toy guy, I was trying to remember his name because he just came on a little while ago too.
Who was your toy guy?
Was it Rod or something like that? But he used to be our toy guy. Like he used to do all the stuff. Like, but he do 6-inch figures
with Leaky Trooper. I remember.
And then Leaky Trooper came out. We used to do Legos.
Well, he was your Lego guy.
Well, he's a friend. I mean, he lives down. Yeah, he's still doing.
He's got an awesome Lego channel.
Dude, he just took down the Haw, the original one. The Haw thing's now up there too. Yeah, it's wild.
Did they take down the Haw?
So, hey, when you want to know, no, he's got Haw. No, he took down Tatooine. If you want to know who spends a lot of money, my buddy Leaky Trooper spends a shit ton of money on Legos, like a shit ton of money on it. And I've been to his house before. It's wild, bro. It's so cool.
I wish I had the space and the time to do that. It's awesome.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. No Nubs merchandise though. That's the only rule. No Nubs. And try to stay away from like store exclusives, but not actual stores. Like if it's like a DF, I can live with a DF. I can live with a DF. I can live with the Hot Toys. You know, stuff
Marcos
like
can
that.
live with the things that he likes. That's just how it
Publisher
works.
exclusives are fine if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but
Dark Horse
hey, we only
exclusive.
made 300 of these, and it's like, no, that's
Yeah,
not how
those
that works.
those don't fly.
Like, if you got staples that are fucking brass in them, that don't fly either.
Are you talking about comics?
Yeah, just in general, any of that stuff. Because sometimes,
No, yeah, we don't do the comic. I thought you were trying to.
He's saying if there's toys like that too.
if there's toys like
happening.
of that type of thing, like, yeah, Timmy had his toy done.
Exclusive toys.
There's people limit exclusive toys. Yeah, they do.
I don't know.
I mean, there's like Iron Studio stuff that does that, but that's a little bit
I'm
different.
not saying that there aren't any. I'm just saying it's not as prevalent as there's 10 different stores.
Well, toys have a lot more
G.I. Joe 1 variants.
I feel like toys have a lot of convention exclusives too.
Yeah,
which is fine
in that sense. Conventions, yes.
Yeah,
cons and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, different versions of different toys, or Legos do it too, as far as I go. Hell, ornaments do it. We talked about doing ornaments next Christmas because we've got to do this one.
We did them last Christmas, and it didn't go over that well.
Didn't you bring Ruben on for that?
Yeah, I think so. It did not go over that well.
We're not going to go back to that one.
That's the other thing, guys. We try to give you some type of content here, but some content just don't work the fuck out, man.
Kind of like the Tack Spice show. Like we're
not the Tack Spice show for one. The one everybody was yelling for like a year. We did it. Fucking 3 people.
I'm telling you, we need to have a Star Wars bath soap show. That's what we need.
Oh, don't get me started.
That.
Don't get me started on those. I still got some soaps. You want some?
Wait, were you here? Were you here for that? Were you?
I got new ones. Pete's only has the first.
I got the OG 4.
There's like 5 more editions of them now.
I'll do it if we can book Sydney Sweeney. Then I'll come on for that.
No. But yeah, just send it over to us for Deadly Venoms. We'll throw it together nicely for you. Hey, I mean, like BK, if people don't know, BK helps out on Tack now. He throws a couple books every week at us. And he finally figured, we had to explain to him, like, don't give us your dog shit. Like, no more fucking Nemesis Reloaded 6. Like, we're not doing that horse shit. But,
BK is also.
He still doesn't like us. He still lives in his mom's closet. But
BK also has now Dom living in that closet, clearly, too.
Yeah, Dom's there. You just tell him to cover.
What?
I don't know. Dom's feeding him information. I'm convinced.
Why? What is he saying?
This was earlier on. I forget what the hell he was asking for.
Yeah, but it definitely was Dom.
Crazy ass bounty hunter stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, who the fuck knows? Like, what the fucking BK is.
Are you doing a tech show on New Year's, or are you taking off New Year's as well?
It's the day?
It's New Year's Day.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
I don't do shit on New Year's Day.
It's usually always 1 week after Christmas. So. Weird how that works, but yeah.
It's exactly 1 week.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how that works, but yeah.
Hey, bro. It's not. It's like, what am I drinking today? That's all it is to me. For another about 5 or 6 more days, it's just, what am I drinking today, man?
What 5 or 6? You got 3 days.
You got back on Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I got about 5 more days of what am I drinking today? Is what I'm telling you. So
what else we got on the agenda this week? Since we got Pete here.
Well, I'll do the regular. Hopefully, I can get the Wednesday watch list out tomorrow. I got it kind of planned. I just gotta build the deck and sit down and fucking film the thing. I do have 2024's Hot 10 list, which I used to drop the same time as the other list, but I'm saving it for New Year's Eve. So I got the hottest books of 2024 using the my formula, based off of how many times books appeared on the list and their rankings, etc. So that will be on Tuesday for New Year's Eve. And then we'll do Tack on New Year's Day. If I got time, I'll do a dollar bin digging on Thursday, and then the Hot 10 and the Qualified will be Friday. Hopefully the SNS boys don't have some other excuse, some other parties they got to do, and they'll be back on Saturday. And then you guys will be back here on Sunday, which I'd love to come back for another Sunday, but I might have to go in the office the following day. So
I got February. I'm going on a ski trip, but I'm going to 2 days probably of Great Lakes Con. Then I am we're definitely I think we're going back to Baltimore. Probably already. We're trying to get, the only problem with it is because it's on Father's Day again. I think we're doing, for the bigger ones, we're doing Baltimore. We're doing, what's the one in Carolina?
I want to look at the Heroes. I want to look at the Heroes.
Heroes, doing Motor City. I am doing, in April, I'm in Japan because I'm doing Celebration. And then I haven't gotten any place past April. So, well, Heroes in Baltimore, but.
April's always rough. We got Easter, we got WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well, I'm going there. Yeah. I mean, I think I'll be in there.
Well, you're going to Celebration. I mean, I got to deal with wife's birthday and anniversary and shit. So April.
I might go to Nickel City this year. I'll look at it. Probably going to go out to
Nickel City.
I might go.
Buffalo?
Yeah, it's Buffalo. I'm probably going to go out to either the Pittsburgh show or the Columbus show. And since I'm going to Japan, I'm not going to go out to the West Coast this year. So that's probably it.
No, San Diego.
A couple more. I mean, I'll have more there.
BK, the only one I go to is Fan Expo Denver. I'll be there.
Fuck Fan Expos. Holy shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, I'll probably do Toledo. I'll probably go to Toledo. I'm probably going to do, I might actually do Grand Rapids this year, probably Lansing. I mean, like, you're not going to go to those, though, for Deadly Venom. I mean, they're not.
Yeah, I think Venom's is out my way.
Yeah.
I think Venom's, aren't you out in, like, the Philly areas? You're not out.
What's the Pittsburgh one? Is that, like, Three Rivers?
Three Rivers, yeah. Three Rivers. Yep. Yes.
Three Rivers.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen. This is like, hey, I'll be honest. Hey, seriously? No, hey, this is the one thing. Like my kids, although they're
terrible
kids,
karaoke,
they just cut. They're 100% energy all the time, and they also then like they'll sit down and eat a meal, but they also snack all the effing time because they just burn through fucking like shit quick as hell. So they don't just eat. They like. My dog, they don't eat big meals. So they'll sit down, they'll eat a small meal, they'll sit there, and then they'll be like,
that's perfect.
Can we clean up our dishes? Huh? Yeah, no, here's the problem.
That's perfect for Japan, though.
It is, except for this.
Oh, South Carolina?
It is, except for this. It is, except for this. They eat on fucking trains. They eat on planes. They eat in automobiles. They eat in the streets. Hey, they'll just be like, yo, what up? What up? It's time to eat. Like they see something, they'll be like, yeah, cool. Let's get that to eat. So you can't do that shit in Japan. You can't just do that. You can't be.
They don't have street vendors in Japan. You're telling me if I go to Tokyo, there's nobody.
They do, but the street they have a street vendor, but you have to sit down and eat that food.
Yeah,
at the vendor area where you can eat it.
You can't eat. Yeah, you can't just take.
Japan, I think
food.
you're doing more. Out
hey, like you can't take like some street meat and just fucking eat it off the
it's
stick.
It's not like you're at a Comic-Con. You can just have your Doritos and
can't have that shit. No, we've already been warned. We've already been warned.
You're not getting street meat on a stick or Fanta in a bag like you're in Thailand or something. You're gonna get more out of a vending machine. You're gonna be getting like some weird shit. Maybe even buy underwear out of a vending machine.
I'm not buying no underwear out of it. No, but even if you buy the stuff out of the vending machine, you have to carry a bag around with you so that you don't throw your because there's no trash cans. There's no like public trash cans. They don't have public trash cans on the street at all. So we already know that. Not to mention, my children are not shy kids, so they will ask questions openly, respectfully, but openly. Something you cannot also do in Japan. They don't want you on the trains talking. You can't say shit.
They'll be in a different language. They won't understand them.
Oh, no. We're teaching them Japanese, bro. They get...
Who's teaching you?
Why would you teach them Japanese? You're just asking for trouble.
Why? Well, because we were learning it, so they're like, fuck it. That's what I'm telling you. My kids are wild as shit. They don't care. They're like, oh, well, if y'all are learning, we can do it. So they started learning Japanese too. They can order what they're like, hey, let's figure out. Literally, they go, oh, yeah, I get it. We're not supposed to be ordering food. Hey, so like, how do you say tuna in Japanese? How do I say, can I get rice balls? So they, they start doing all the shit. How do I say please and thank you? So now they can order tuna rolls, rice, udon, and they can say please and thank you. They can say excuse me.
So they can order.
They can order water.
Pretty soon they're getting no concubine.
Who's teaching you the current culture of Japan?
Huh? No, they don't care about any of that shit. What's this?
Whoever's teaching you the current culture.
No, my brother, my brother's been over there. No, yeah, we actually
times.
He's been a couple, but we also.
A fair amount of them that speak English. It's not like you need to know.
Oh no! We know that. No, that's not what it is. It's just because if you're going to go out there every once in a while, and that's what my brother said too. He's like, yeah, they speak English and they don't want to talk to you in Japanese. Huh?
I'm not making that shit up. You can.
Yeah, no, you can. Legit ass. Legit ass. Yeah. But also too like
used.
I think for our children,
you can actually buy a lot of stuff out of Japanese vending machines. What was that?
Wow.
I think for us to go out there too and like, hey, like
I know a lot of your comic shops have those fun little things that they're starting to add because it's grown beyond just Japan. It's expanding.
Oh yeah. Also, there's some weird shit like a cheese something or another that my daughter wants to try, so she's trying to learn how to say that shit too. I don't know what the fuck.
Jeez.
Dude, they fucking watch some shit. My wife was like, "Oh, let's look at all the cool stuff." Then trying to figure. She typed it to try to figure out how she could look up how to say the food.
It does.
Huh?
On the Bentley.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's an idiot, dude.
Somehow Pete comes on the show and it's like we've been doing 2 hours like every week, and now we're doing.
Hey, no. So this is the one thing I learned. You can be publicly drunk. So like I'm not gonna have that problem out there.
You can be publicly drunk.
You can be publicly drunk as long as you don't start
You
swinging.
just can't drink outside.
You just can't drink outside.
You can be publicly drunk in America.
You can be stumbling drunk. You can piss on You can piss on yourself. You can do all types of shit out there. You just can't be a jackass, and you can't and you definitely cannot be drinking in the streets.
I think you need better Japanese.
I just got to put a suit on because I can say that I'm a salary man. That's what I'm just gonna say. All I learned how to say is I'm a salary man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
1990s, 1980s Japan. No.
Yeah. Did you recently watch Gung Ho?
Hey, JJ.
That added the same thing.
Hey, JJ, when was the last time you were in Japan? Because salarymen still get fucking hammered out there.
I saw quite a bit of stuff that involves Japanese culture, so I know.
I get it, but dude, I'm telling you, people
and walk around Japan.
Yes, Ruben. That's
right.
No, you can urine on yourself, not in the streets, bro. As long as you urine on yourself. Urine on yourself.
All right. I think that's how we're gonna end the show right there. That's it.
Pissing in your own.
Have a great New Year's, everybody. Check out all the great content. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button.
And Pete trying to get me to get my kids to fucking buy underwear out of a vending machine.
No, I'm saying don't let them buy underwear out of a machine.
Yeah, no shit. All right.
Oh my God.
All right. We'll see.
You gotta have boundaries.
Oh yeah, we gotta leave.
Those aren't for you, kids.
No. Hey, you can jump on beds, but whatever you do, don't fucking be buying underwear up. Remember, I almost booked them at a spa. I've almost booked them at a bathhouse because I couldn't translate it well enough. I didn't realize it was
great.
Wait, you said spa or bathhouse?
Well, okay, it's a hard translation. Hey, Pete, slow the fuck down. Fuck down. First off, not that great at Japanese. Number two is a hard ass translation. But what they said was they had pool. It translated to fucking pool, and I thought where
you bathe naked.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I thought fucking pool. Like, all right, kids are gonna want to play in the pool. No. Then luckily I kept reading the fine print, and at one point it said this is not a. It said something to the effect of like
you
it didn't say there's no kids allowed. It didn't say no kids allowed. It just said this is not child friendly. Which I'm like, why don't you just say that there's hookers there? Like, I don't understand. And then I started looking.
She wasn't a hooker, Joe.
If it's hot spring, it's not US video, okay?
Yeah. I thought I told you guys this. Like, I looked it up. I was like, oh, this is cool. It's like a throwback, like 90s neon shit. This will be fun. Pool looks nice. And then all of a sudden, like, all of a sudden, dude, no, come on, man. They got theme fucking hotel. Dude, they got theme ass hotels there. We're staying in some of the theme ass hotels.
They do, but
they got theme ass hotels.
It could be sans hookers. It could just be not appropriate for kids.
I don't know if you can piss in the pool.
Hookers.
All I'm saying is, yeah, it's wild. We are going we might not be coming back. We might not be coming back. We just might not be coming back. It's okay.
Let me go. Why are they still talking about naked men in a gym locker?
We'll talk to you later. We'll see you guys. Everybody have a good New Year's. We'll see you later.